We're live.
I think I need to make or at least
Okay. Okay. Wait. Say something? It's not picking up on Streamlabs.
what? No, it is just not that well.
Oh, okay. What's up, SCP? What's up, Abhishek? What's up, Benji? X-Man? What's up? Jesse? What's up? What's up, Shizu? Ooh, it's party time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How's everyone doing? How's everyone been?
Yeah, how y'all doing?
So today, it's full on yappy stream again.
Mm, that's LifuLifu in the morning.
That's tea.
Replace that with coffee, but the cup has to be like 5 times the size. I'm kidding. She doesn't drink that much coffee.
Okay. Trying to get over the ghosts in Mario Kart 8. Hell yeah. Hi, Tintin.
What's up, Tintin? Concord news. We got our own pieces of news to go through.
Oh boy. Yeah, so I'll just do a quick rundown. We'll talk about Catliente defending um the VTuber who started the whole Tiger thing. We're gonna talk about, yes, the whole thing of that quote unquote Japanese consultant for
Mm.
Assassin's Creed.
Mm.
The Dragon Age thing. There's more Dragon Age stuff coming out. Oops.
Oops.
Then the Power World lawsuit. And if
Uh,
there's time, I really wanted to watch this. It's about a very disturbing website.
oh boy.
So yeah, a lot of shit happened.
Mm-hmm. Hey Oasis.
Hi Oasis, hi Drake.
Hey Drake.
So what happens when you take one day off?
Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff gets piled up. Hey Poe.
How you doing, Poe? I have a video for you guys to see. That's for video that's weird facts. I feel like
What?
what?
Foods that were accidentally discovered. Oh no.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out if we'll be able to go through these videos fast. With tapping for yapping, so much delicious drama, so much anger. I feel like the anger has left my body. Like I by this point I just have exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
Um I even started responding to less comments on the videos because I get exhausted repeating myself that just because I watch a particular video doesn't mean I agree with every single point.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been seeing a lot of comments on my videos. What's DEI about this? What's DEI about that? In videos where I specifically say I'm only critiquing the game itself.
Yeah. Like everyone who comes here knows that we want good games.
So I just feel so exhausted now.
Yeah. And then just like trying to sound like a broken record is not the way to go.
Eva has transcended angerhood. He has become one with Monkey. Honestly, yeah.
She has become one with Fox Spirit.
By this point, it's like I just don't give a shit anymore. I'm dying here. It
Mm,
just – it's – there's just – it's – there's just so much that you can do as an individual, repeating to people the same thing over and over again, the same thing you said in the video itself.
Yup.
Listen, can you guess how much Concord actually cost to Sony? 400 million.
Hey, Iron. Nice Oasis. Good little work.
Good luck with work, Oasis. And by the way, congrats on the new phone, Oasis.
New phone and the roll on the YouTube video.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he posted I think it was yesterday. He posted that he got a roll. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I was out of it yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
400 million, yeah. I keep myself up to date with games stuff. It just Concord is a horse beaten down by this point.
That is true.
Unless there's, and by the way, that price was public for a couple of weeks now. So I don't think there's any point talking about Concord. It's done and done and done.
Yeah, we've talked enough about it, and it's like one of those things where it's like there's no point. Like it's dead. Just let it die.
Hi Billy. Hi Larry. What you guys doing?
Yeah, how y'all doing?
They're working on a remaster of Horizon Zero Dawn, but I mean, which one are they remastering?
I think that's the first game.
Okay.
I don't know anything about Horizon Zero at all.
Masuda.
Hey, Masuda.
But yeah, let's get done with the Catlienta stuff. So I'll just quickly catch up everyone up to speed. What's happening? The reason there's a big dislike towards Catlienta in this community is because she accuses people of being PDF files while being grown as adults in, frilly clothes and underwear.
Mm-hmm.
She drove a pregnant woman to attempting self-harm, and she basically, her response to that was, no one can do anything about it anyways. I'm too big compared to them. So
Oh,
yeah,
jeez.
just a quick refresher for everyone. And the newest drama is that she's defending, I think her name was Marina, the person who started the whole false narration against Taiga.
Yep. Hey, Sora.
Hi Sora. How you been?
Yeah, how you been?
Hey, so the video is by Ref says Desu. She effed up. Again.
Parentheses. Again.
Hey, what's up guys, Riff here. So today we have to talk about some more VTuber related drama. Unfortunately involves some more spreading of the debunked allegations against Bungo Taiga. Now who is doing it this time? Well, it is Catlienta. Now you guys might be familiar with this channel. I
Don't claim
talked
her.
about her a few months ago. She is someone who's made a very big shift.
I even asked Zen, are you happy that this is the Vietnamese representation?
I don't want this. No. Go away.
So
Bad.
just a random FYI, the company she partnered with, who quote unquote help streamers, they blocked me.
They blocked her ASAP as soon as she spoke up on uh Cat Liente, whatever, or what she did to the VTubers.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it took them like what, 5 minutes to block me.
Yup. Yup. I've been okay. Went through. Ooh. I'm going to having surgery on both arms. Most likely womp womp. Oh,
Aww.
bro.
Join the realm of Yappy stream, Sora.
Yeah, join the realm. Yap it up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and by the way, the reason why I even spoke up about it and I got blocked was because they decided to highlight her as the person who is gonna be helping other people.
You don't want that kind of person to help
And
anyone.
having people like this influencing starting content creators on how they should, make content is dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Aw, thank you, Sora.
Yeah.
In her content, you can see literally the moment it happened. So for years, she was making videos about different tips for content creators, and you get a couple thousand views on those videos. But one day she started talking about some VTuber and art related drama. It was literally right here, and they got significantly more views. And now fast forward 3 months later, and she's just the drama channel, right? She's doing stuff like what I do, for example. And that's been the entire shift. So
Well, to be fair, what Rev does is quite different. What Catliente did, she did just do a whole 180. Like, for example, for us, it's the same thing. If we talk about VTuber drama, our numbers like triple.
It does triple. Yeah.
But our main focus is still games.
Yeah. VTubing is just because we're not VTubers in the landscape of VTubers, but we just happen to have VTuber models.
Oh, also, the only things we do talk about from the VTuber world is when it's actually bad actors, harming people.
Yeah, when it becomes dangerous, that's when we talk about it because I feel like people need to be aware of those situations that's going on in the
Mm.
community because it's livelihoods being affected.
Highlighting you, how you doing?
Hey, you.
So, in that process, unfortunately, she is a bit of a tourist. She doesn't understand hardly anything about VTubers or anime or anything related to those subjects, so she makes some pretty outrageous claims. And I talked about her, like I said, about 2 months ago because this video in particular was, in my opinion, very irresponsible.
It was
It's titled, "This
irresponsible.
Lolly VTuber Group
Super.
Started a Hate Campaign Against Another VTuber." Now, according to her and how she framed the video, she painted this lolly VTuber group, Lollipuff, as the initiators of a harassment campaign against innocent VTubers and that they were unhinged and crazy and all those things. But the reality is, whether through lack of research or just not wanting to hear their side, the reality is that those VTubers, those lolly VTubers, were the victims in that situation. They
Yep.
were the ones who were subjected to a
100%.
harassment campaign started unilaterally by other VTubers who were bullying them, slandering them, and saying other terrible things to the point where they had to all shut down their accounts. And the first time someone in that group responded, it was after one of the members, a pregnant woman, was harassed so strongly that she made an attempt on her own life. And then we have Kat's video, painting them as the aggressors and the hate.
Also, if anyone here is gonna claim that she didn't know what she's doing, even if she didn't know before that, she knew afterwards.
Yep, she knew afterwards, and then she used the "I'm on vacation. I don't have access to my Twitter," but she tweets every single day during her.
Which, by the way, it was completely debunked because people pointed out multiple times that you cannot pre-schedule and schedule replies to comments. That doesn't exist. You need to freaking have a gypsy with a crystal ball for that.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Hey,
just
Tuber.
she is completely aware of what she's doing.
She is.
Hi, Tuber.
Yeah.
Get a scam call. Played a YouTube video saying funny stuff. Funny.
Mm-hmm.
Hate campaign that they allegedly started. And as a result of Kat's video, a month after this whole situation took place, there was another round of harassment on this Lollipuff group where two more of their members would be mass flagged and suspended on Twitter. So that was a pretty bad situation, made even worse by her reaction to this, or lack of a reaction for a lot of time, where the first thing she said about this situation, the backlash, was that this Lollipop group was too small to put a dent in her career. And then that's where I got involved and made my coverage. But now she's made another video, and this time it is about Marina VT. So Marina VT is a very controversial person in the VTubing scene for a lot of reasons we'll get into.
Were you not blocked by it, Rev?
Everyone's scared of Rev. Everyone's scared of Rev. Did we block Rev? Is he blocked?
No.
I'm joking. Of course we're not gonna freaking block him.
So, just a refresher, Marina is the one who told her created version of Taiga to Nox, and that's how the whole mess started. Just a refresher for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
In a little bit, but this is kind of the perfect storm of controversy here. You have Kat talking about Marina, and to sum up kind of the point of her video, she was trying to say that Marina has alleged that someone made gore art of her character, her character being murdered, right? And her point is that basically just because she's controversial, you shouldn't do stuff like that. And here's my absolute scathing hot take on the situation.
Yeah, so I looked at the video that Katlienta has posted, and basically she completely glossed over the stuff Marina did. Her literal thing that she said was, I'm aware that she did some not so good things, but you shouldn't do this to another person. So she put out blank, admitted in the video that she's aware of everything that Marina did. And she still is shaming people for drawing her character in a gore manner.
Larry, are you okay? Larry, what's going on?
The hell am I reading?
Yeah, my brain just short-circuited. I'm like, what the hell am I reading?
Hi, Axe.
Hey, Axe. We're doing good. How are you?
You can hold Marina responsible for her controversies while also not stooping to that level, because I think doing stuff like that, commissioning artwork like that, is just it's stupid. It's a boneheaded thing to do because it allows Marina to become the victim in the situation, so people are not focusing on what she's actually done wrong, and instead she plays the victim. And trust me, she will play the victim anytime you allow her to. But this is where the video gets into some trouble. She starts talking about Marina's harassment campaign against Bungo Taiga. And she is someone who has routinely, in public and in private, slandered Taiga. She has a major issue with Taiga, and she has been one of the biggest harassers against Taiga.
To this day, I'm still convinced the reason she hates Taiga is literally that he earns more.
Sounds about right. People get super jealous.
Yeah, that's literally how it looks like these days. Like, best example is Star Wars Explained versus Star Wars Theory.
Yup, pretty much. Wait, I'm sorry. I just read what Tuber said and then looked at what Larry said. How did you decipher that?
What?
How did you decipher that?
My brain.
Put her on basically the same pedestal as Nuxtaku, basically the two largest content creators to share the now debunked allegations against Taiga. And this is what she had to say. It's a little bit long, but I want you to listen to everything she has to say about Taiga based on just one screenshot.
1. Marina made fake accusations against Taiga, calling him a PDF file and copiously insulting his character. She did this by allegedly platforming the false accusations of an actually convicted person who is registered on the offenders list. So here we have Taiga stating, reminder, Marina refused to take down a label document, calling me a PDF file written by an abuser who actually R-worded a trans girl on her 18th birthday. And then here we have Marina with a doc August 2nd, 2022, stating, if you need the spark notes on why Bungo Taiga/Taiga/tags is a person who should not be on this community. Here you go. Full doc below with a screenshot that says, I want to be one and love one. Little boys in anime are just so precious. Here is a screenshot of, is this Hunter x Hunter? With a caption that says, I want to F a little boy. By the way, disclaimer, just for a full context, Taiga is a Shota creator, and I did not know what that was for a very long time until actually very, very recently. But Shota is the
Okay, that's a weird thing to say when she kept hunting VTubers for liking pixels.
Yeah, I don't understand what the hell is going on. She literally outs herself as a tourist.
Yeah.
She's like, I recently no realized that as a Shota. Like, what the hell, man? Hey, Grateful. Hey, Breno. Breno?
Breno, how are you guys doing?
How y'all doing?
There's just so much happening. Wait a minute, did her hair color change? I thought a few minutes ago it was green. I guess so.
You didn't know it's RGB.
Hi, Big Leo.
Hey, Leo.
male equivalent of lolly. I don't know. At least to me, bro, on first glance, stating I want to F a little boy is not looking really good. And to be honest, I don't know what context would actually make that sound good. Taiga themselves says, at no point has she ever reached out to me, tried to talk to me, asked for my side or any explanation. It was full on harassment and slander from the second that R word dropped his hit piece. She just wanted easy target, somebody to harass so she could look good to her followers and never stop to consider if there was any nuance or deeper story. I am only seeing screenshots because all of this is really coming out when I was overseas, so I'm looking at it now. I would really need a lot context to understand the word I want to F a little boy to make that make sense in any context. That's just me personally.
Now, before we get into this, I just want to point out that this isn't the first time that she's talked about Taiga. In fact, she made a video about him a few months ago, a video where she actually defended him and said the deplatforming of Taiga was wrong and unfair.
You can't make this shit up. You can't. You
Like hopscotch with what she actually thinks.
Yo, this is like typical American Vietnamese people.
No. This literally shows that her opinion moves according to where the money is gonna be.
Exactly.
Wow.
No.
I did not even know that she made a video like this. That is hilarious.
Bro, that's wild, man. That's wild.
Hi, Larry. Hi, not Larry. Space Marine. God damn it.
Hey, Oasis. You're already here. Hey, Space Marine. Yeah. Larry, I'm giving you a warning. Don't let's actually speak words here.
I'll say it a little bit harsher. Knock it off. Donkey.
She's been watching too much Blue Lock.
The localizer dubbing.
Yeah, the localizers are so bad.
Yeah. They in the localizer version they made the rice crunchy. Like literally the characters are eating fluffy rice, they added a crunch to it.
Hi Zach, how you doing?
Hi Zach, hi Star, how you guys doing?
How y'all doing?
Fair. However, given the nature of her audience, which is a bunch of aunties, they went, oh girl, this isn't it. You're defending a evil, nasty Shotokan. How could you? Where she felt compelled enough to leave a pinned comment basically saying this, allegedly this person has a suspicious past of potentially scummy behavior. But since I didn't know their past for certain, I'm only reporting on what I learned about the scenario at face value, which seems to be a very major issue with her videos, looking at things at face value and not trying to dig into.
It doesn't sit right with me making actual accusations at quote unquote face value. That doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah.
To anything before she starts talking about it. We're not talking about like goofy, funny things. We're talking about allegations, and she doesn't feel the need to ever check anything, and that happened again with this video. And also keep in mind, she felt compelled enough to put a pinned comment on this video about Taiga from a few months ago, but didn't feel compelled enough to make a pinned comment on the video about the Lollipop girls. Crazy priorities. But anyways, we now know that Marina has been one of the biggest contributors to this harassment campaign, and based on Kat's coverage, she acts like this is just all out of the blue, when in reality, this was an ongoing thing for a long time. And I hate the excuse of being on vacation. If you're on vacation, then don't make the video. Don't make a video or don't talk about allegations in the video if you don't have time to research it. Like, this isn't a homework assignment that's due at midnight. You could have made this video a month from now. It wouldn't matter, but it's crazy. And in that video, obviously, she is saying some very deep things about Taiga, potentially making him look really bad and resurfacing these allegations that have now been debunked. And she says at the end, I don't think there's any context that'll remedy what we're looking at here with the comments supposedly made by Taiga. Well, if you have...
It still baffles my mind that he's like, oh, let me make a whole video on Marina and portray her as a victim.
And then was like, oh, I was overseas, so I didn't really get all the information. Ah ha ah, ha ha. I was on vacation. Ah ha ha. Like, what the hell is that?
So weird.
Like, I'm like fuming right now. This represents the American Vietnamese community. Yo, I'm about to speak Vietnamese. Oh Lord, I'm
And
stopped.
by the way, yes, the same rice that Brock ate. I mean that Brock, made
It was a donut.
jelly donuts with.
It was a jelly donut.
This Tyga the rapper, no, Tyga the Shota VTuber.
Yup,
That wasn't me.
it was me.
What the fuck?
I gave my first warning, and I banned. I don't really care.
So, I'm usually way too slow with banning people. By the time I realize someone needs to be banned, I usually don't because the messages already are not visible to me.
Mhm.
Then it's a quick draw.
Yup.
Good
And
luck with Space Marines, Iron.
yeah, Gallo Space Marines, have fun, man. We don't eat dried rice. No, rice should never be dry or it crumbles. You need some moist rice.
She could have just left it alone if she couldn't be bothered to look into further than face value. But money.
Money and views.
Everything she does is for money.
Yep.
Hi,
That's
Darth.
why. Hey, Darth. That's why this situation, Lifu says, this is not anything like this is dangerous. It's extremely dangerous. She literally endangered someone already, and then she doesn't even care.
Yeah, she doesn't. Fun fact. To me, a jelly-filled donut is a sandwich to me because it's surrounded on at least two sides by a grain-based product. I don't know what to do with that information.
Like holy crap.
Also,
Like,
why do so many people recently start to grift on VTubers? It's not a recent thing, and the reality is there's not a lot of people who cover VTuber news without being actual shows. Like, you have like a few VTuber channels where they're talking about news, but they only talk about like, specific quote unquote positive things that they decide to report on, or shitting on Niji Sanji. But there aren't actually many channels who cover everything. So it's an easy category to get into because there is no competition.
mm-hmm. Yep.
That's why.
Like in this situation, like if I were to put it in Vietnamese, I would say like người nào không có tim means like this person has no heart. You know, like it's
Mm.
disgusting behavior.
Like false ID. Well, with him, he made a choice that he rather concentrates mostly on the positive stuff. He, the stuff that he covers that are not so positive, it still will be on more like the surface level, and there's nothing wrong with it.
No, yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, but when it comes to actually covering the really bad stuff that's happening in the VTuber community, and there's a lot. Every day there's some shit going down. There's no actual like reliable like daily sources for it.
Mhm.
Yeah, you should never endanger anyone for any reason, least of all for attention. That's literally most of content creators.
That's especially like modern content creators. That's how they think. Because they're like, oh, well, it's not gonna affect me, so I don't care. I'm making money, which is horrible.
Misspelled, it's funny. It's still obvious who you're talking about. But it's him and what was his name? That guy who has a white-haired bunny boy model. That was his name.
Also, people, go on.
VTubers and YouTubers in general are a dramatic bunch, to be honest. We are. Also, people are going around acting like opinions are facts. Opinions are not facts. Absolutely not. Hero Hey is good too. I like watching Hero Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Aww.
Oh, thank you, Victor.
Thank you for rejoining the Fufus, Victor. How are you?
Oh yeah, he's back. Always is true. Like you can even hear the way the person is talking. They are lost 24/7. They see the numbers, they're like, ooh, big numbers, nice.
Yeah, which I genuinely I don't understand that mindset.
Yeah.
Maybe it's for the better that I don't understand it.
Yeah, for the better.
Had the context, if you took the time, you would understand that all this stuff was debunked. In fact, I talked about this very recently because Nuxtaku sort of kind of, once again, sort of addressed the issue with Taiga and how he slandered Taiga all those years ago. But that situation rolled out very simply. I think you guys know how this went. So Nuxtaku called Taiga a predator in a video with hundreds of thousands of views.
Yep.
Shortly after, he made a pinned comment saying he's aware that a private investigator is looking into the situation with Taiga, and if there is a result, he might make a follow-up. And we would get that. Only months later, back in 2022, an independent investigator looked at the situation. They actually went in thinking Taiga was guilty, but instead found out that Taiga was the victim in that situation. The document was made by a group of his stalkers who were trying to ruin his life. That was the actual situation. So here we have Kat sharing this evidence that's been debunked. The investigator said all this stuff was either maliciously taken out of context or just straight up fabricated. So she is once again sharing this supposed evidence that has been debunked and acting like it's new. And this whole exoneration took place nearly 2 full years ago, but she didn't do any research, so she doesn't know about this, but instead says these things in the video that are very disparaging of Taiga. And also, if she did more research, she would understand that Marina has been also attacking and slandering Taiga in private as well. she has refused to acknowledge in any sort of a meaningful way that she was wrong. She has known about the exoneration this whole time, but has continued in private to tell.
Right, I'm gonna sound like a tourist. Was it Ilara involved in the drama? I'm confused. I've seen a lot of screenshots where like Lara is also listed there. Was she involved in that whole drama?
Who's Alara?
She's another VTuber that like reports on VTuber stuff.
Tell people to not work with Taiga. She's also used time with her own agency where she would use parts of her meetings, or her whole meeting in one case, to talk about Taiga. In fact,
Wow.
a lot of people who are ex-friends of Marina have come forward and said that she is.
Oh. Oh. Oh, wait.
Wait.
We actually know people from that group?
Wait.
Oh.
Oh man.
Oh.
Oh.
How deep does this thing go?
Sounds like it's very deep.
This is what happens when you live in your own bubble.
Actively encourage people to continue supporting the slander of Taiga, even though she knows the exoneration is out there. That's how deep all this goes. But there's some more we want to do to talk about in terms of Kat's video. She is also reading through a thread about Marina, right? And she sees many different claims, including the outrageous nude cam stream she did.
Yeah. Look, to me, that incident was hilarious because she went on like a high horse saying stuff like, oh, you guys don't know what TOS is. You need to just read the fine print and use your little brains.
Man.
Only for like 24 hours or something.
We in the deep state now, boys. Yup, deep state.
Damn. Damn. My brain is just processing everything.
A couple months ago, which really pissed off the VTuber.
Oh, also X-Man, I do see your messages. It just I'm too exhausted though to actually have a conversation on it. Like my brain is like actually not braining.
No, we had a conversation about this situation before.
Right now the topic is, at least for me, the topic is about Marina.
And whatever her face is.
Catliente, yeah.
I erased that name. I don't know. I don't care. Whatever.
Brain mentally empty. I mean, it's my own fault for my brain being empty these days. I overdid it. Also, I don't think I've ever said hi to Pink. And hi, Karib.
Hey, Pink, how you doing? Hope everyone's having a good evening, day, morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Darth was here.
VTubing scene, because, you know, as we've seen from my video a few days ago, the VTubing scene gets horribly unfair treatment from Twitch, and this just reinforced a lot of the negative perception of VTubers, because she, for some reason, thought that she could stream completely nude because she's a VTuber, because she thought she understood how the rules work, and, well, big shocker, turns out she was wrong, and also the fact that she was doing this on a 13+ platform is also very concerning. But she would look through a lot of different things, and she would come to the conclusion that, well, everyone's problematic in this situation.
This is all a document from one person. This is honestly a huge rabbit hole that we can go very in-depth into. I'm just saying that from my understanding,
I faceless waifu. I found this video via YouTube algorithm, and all I can say is that everyone is not a saint. Show me at least one sane person. I remember in the past, people were saying, "Oh, Mr. Beast is a saint." Sadly, I was one of those people too.
Everyone has skeletons in their closet.
What I learned in the past 2 months of us doing this, I am not defending anyone ever, unless like, no, there's no unless. There's no unless. I am not defending anyone anymore. I'll just be commentating on what I see. I'm not. Maybe people will call me wishy-washy for it, for not choosing sides, but I'm not defending anyone.
Yeah. Joke's on you. I bear my body's in the neighbor's garden.
Trust nobody? Yeah. Absolutely trust nobody. With the Laura, the was a person named Hex Juice that made a video on Taiga. Taiga and Hex did hash it out and put that to the. Hex was also involved, and I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go sleep.
Yo, I have no idea who these fuck.
I'm out.
Who's Hex? What's going on?
I'm tired. I'm exhausted.
Just basically, this whole situation is just not good. And then the fact that some tourists came in that quote unquote represents Vietnamese community, the American Vietnamese community, me being American Vietnamese is, I don't want her to be part of it, to be honest. If she has Vietnamese community in her stuff, no. Go away.
Hi, Dragon. Yeah, no, look, I'm just exhausted. Like, ever since we started doing content creation, 2 months, 2 fucking months.
Holy crap, she moved her whole body for that.
It's
2
like,
months.
like you see your mutuals being involved in drama, and I cannot speak for others. All I'm doing is I'm just sitting like, please don't be a PDF. Please don't be a PDF. Like, every time there's a mutual content creator with whom we actually talk to, that's the only thing going through my mind. Please don't be a PDF file, please. I'm so tired. 2 months of doing content creation and my mental is wrecked. I don't trust anyone. I have full-on paranoia.
Yo, wait. Since we have faceless waifu, right? And we have faceless. We have 2 faceless now. Zen should battle her. There can only be one.
He would not dirty his hands.
I wouldn't.
Standing of everything. Taiga themselves is also or was a problematic creator because I think they're not on the platform anymore. And if Marina allegedly is this problematic creator as well, it truly, I think, depends on whose side you're on / whose side you agree with as to who is in the wrong or right. This is a freaking big old mess. And again, I'm not going to throw my 2 cents on that because I was overseas when all of this stuff was basically getting dumped on the internet.
Yeah, as you can see in the backdrop here, I mean, she went through an extensive thread showing many different wrongdoings of Marina over the years, and then she saw one tiny screenshot of Taiga and basically said, well, they're both problematic, so...
Yeah, I think Chad is right. I should have coffee.
What? Who said that?
One person in chat said that. That means all of chat said it. Right, chat? I should have coffee, right? Say I in the chat if you agree. I'ma wait. I swear to God, if no one says anything, I will be mad. Hence, what flavor you got? Normal coffee. Bro, now I want coffee. You see? Now X-Men want coffee. I need coffee. Coffee. There you go.
I fucking hate everyone. I fucking hate you all. Fuck. I'll be right back.
Thank you. I'll give you a candy. I'll give you a butterscotch. Want it? Okay, you want cookies? I'll strangle you. You got the tin of cookies. Okay. So for clarification, Zen got like that blue tin of cookies, and he never ate them. They're just lying around. One second. Let me just get the candy for Zen. Okay, I'm back. Give him a Butterfinger ice cream bar. His favorite thing is Snickers ice cream bar. He never ate them, Heresy. Yeah, it's been like what, 2 months ever since we started doing videos. I had 3 months. I'm alive. My morning coffees are so weak. It's embarrassing. I only like my coffee with donuts. You know, we ate donuts not so long ago. They made me sick. The blue cookie tin of lies. Hi, how you doing? Also, you better, Beast. And how you doing besides feeling sick? Now I'm craving snacks. Get him. Get him. Blue tin, isn't that filled with needles and wool? Yes, so he saw the blue tin of cookies and he's like, oh, let's get it, let's get it. I'm like, okay, we'll get it if if you eat the cookies, and I'll just use it as a sewing kit. He's like, yeah, it's been 2 months. It's been 2 freaking months. Like, such a lie. I had to throw out so many things lately. Basically, his eyes are wider than his appetite. What the hell? Krispy Kreme is some of the best donuts. Has some. I don't like it. I don't like Krispy Kreme. I don't like Dunkin'. I'm very picky about donuts. I like the European donut bowls. They're uh like the main ingredient is sour cream. I like those. They're not too sweet. Perfect. Damn, now I feel like going to a 7-Eleven, but that motherfucker is 1 kilometer away from here. Take the car. He bought it to tease you with a sewing kit, which will never come. Yes, yeah, it is DV.
Oh, it's hot.
Got my coffee.
Oh shit!
Because the microphone stand is right
I was going for.
where the candy is.
Ow!
You'll be getting one candy per good comment. So you need to make 5 good comments. Now I'm off to draw tits.
Bro, I'm back.
I have Hawaiian vanilla white macadamia nut coffee. That's too much.
What the hell kind of atrocity is that?
Oh my god, I get so mad. So when I had to travel on my own, right? I had to go to a coffee place to buy my own coffee. I got so mad. Like I went into the coffee place in Nashville. I'm like, uh, give me a coffee with skim milk. Would you like a vanilla pump, a caramel pump, yada 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 yada, whip and a blah and a boo boo, blah 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 blah. I'm like, coffee with skim milk. Thank you. I don't. I hate flavors in my coffee. And the worst part is I know how to make them because every time I visit my parents, my mom makes me make them for her.
Mm.
So my mom decided to buy herself like an actual barista coffee maker.
Oh yeah, Lifu is a barista too.
And like she won't do fancy coffee for herself. Only when I travel, continents to visit them, she's like, "Oh, can you make me a freaking double foam latte with peppermint, bro?" And she has like different like coffee syrups and stuff like that.
Hmm.
The fuck?
I spot the Canadian.
Where? Get him.
Used to go to Tim Hortons all the time.
Bat him. Bat him. No Canadian. That's on one rule here. I'm joking. I do hear good things about Tim Horton.
Not anymore.
Really?
I just drink straight espresso. Holy crap, Tact. You good?
She bought a barista machine for you to make her coffee. What a power move. My mom is a Chad.
Yeah, but then Lifu went to the US.
Hi, Tact. I just drink straight espresso. I cannot drink espresso. I'm not allowed to have black coffee, so I add skim milk to my coffee.
Hmm. When I was 4 to 6 years old, I got hold of my great grandma's coffee pot full of scalding hot coffee and drank straight from it. Gave my tongue second-degree burns. Ooh. But yeah, that's why Vietnamese coffee, cafe soda, the best. The best ice
I,
cream.
I still
Ice cream, iced coffee.
I still haven't made you my version of the Vietnamese coffee. Yes, I know how to make Vietnamese coffee.
Mm.
I also know how to make pho, but last time I made it, then pissed me off so much I threw it away.
Yeah, I pissed her off.
He was supposed to drain the noodles, right? Since you're supposed to prep the noodles separately. And he was like raging at it because it was sticking to it. I got so annoyed, so I threw it away. It's like, why are you raging? I've been making pho for hours and you're raging about one noodle sticking?
Yes.
Oh my god. I haven't made him pho ever since.
Hey, beast. No, it's not she's weak. She just has health reasons why she can't drink straight espresso.
Yeah. I was strictly forbidden to have black coffee.
Yeah. What I mishear that as Vietnamese coffee.
Because that's how
Y'all
you
pink.
feel. Your brain will go yeet.
Your brain will literally go like 10 times the speed. Vietnamese coffee
Oasis,
is
don't
just
worry
built
about
different.
it.
All I hear is excuses. What? Yeah, you know what? I'll disregard my health professional advice and to be like, screw it. That never goes wrong.
I was still talking about the black coffee thing.
Yeah.
Like eat the meat coffee. What the fuck? Hi,
What's up,
serious.
Osiris?
No, so not to go too much into detail, I had severe case of gastritis ever since I was 2 years old. And it's a chronic thing. I'm not allowed to have black coffee. And also, I inherited my dad's hypertension. You'll never get past allegation. And actually, I'm just glad no one's talking about pho. That I threw away a whole pot.
Yep. What health advice? What's that? Can I eat it? It's an oasis. You can try.
You guys disgust me.
I want to try authentic dishes from different countries and to compare them to the Americanized versions. That's the thing. Like, what you eat is geared towards the American taste buds. 'Cause every country has different taste buds, just because. So if you go to authentic Vietnamese food, it might not suit your taste.
uh, get Death Wish coffee. I did have the Dead by coffee.
It was
It was bad.
Death Wish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was Death Wish.
It was low quality.
Mm.
Perfectly good pho was wasted because Zen wouldn't stop bitching.
Yeah, I was definitely a very whiny person. That was like maybe the first time you came here.
No, it was half a year ago.
I guess I just erased it from my head.
That was okay. In my defense, that was the first time I actually threw away food.
He doesn't throw away food.
Like, I don't really throw stuff out of anger or anything like that. And yes, Drake, I saw it. I sipped my coffee. That counts, right?
No, we see it.
But yeah, no. It's just maybe one day I'll make for Zen again. But again, I don't like making the beef one. I only like making the pork one.
I never had pork pho before.
No, you had mine.
You use beef cubes,
No.
wasn't?
Wow, he doesn't remember.
I don't.
Don't worry about it. No, I didn't use cube.
Okay.
But yeah, I prefer the beef any day anyways. Not the beef, the pork one. And Zen doesn't really like pork one. He only likes pork one when he gets to steal from my bowl.
No, it's not the lemonade. No. That was Panera.
Yeah, we don't talk about shit Nera.
I used to work for them.
I know you still have the unit.
I know. We'll never get it back.
Yeah, texting now. What? I'm the lonely customer. You're my waiter at Panera. We reenact our own porn.
So, anyways, let's continue on with this. Let's continue on.
Bro, Lifu? You think I'm weird? I'm the least weird one out of the two of us.
I am very weird, just not on stream.
I only became weird ever since I got with Zen. Don't even cap. You want me to tell them?
All right, let's go on.
Uh-huh.
No, it's not good.
Because I heard your Bulbasaur's jingle. Oh, you guys can hear it?
Yeah, sometimes when you talk.
I love that. Yeah, for people who don't know, on my microphone there's a cute Bulbasaurus hanging with a white bell. So sometimes I accidentally hit it with my hand. Being weird, bad.
No, everyone's weird in their own way. If you're normal, then you're a psychopath or a sociopath, whichever.
Working anything in customer service sucks. Dude, I worked for prom and bridal store.
Oh boy.
Oh my god. The prom ones were fine. The brides, though, there's a reason why I don't want a wedding. There's a reason.
So what I'm hearing, Zen help bring out your weird side. She's looking at the band hammer on the Oasis. I'll try to stop her.
A white belt? No, a white bell. Not belt. My Pokemon started. Yeah, my Bulbasaurus has a red belt. I'm only weird in secret, and even I rarely see it. Okay. Lifu, back to my question. Do you know an easy way to make cold coffee? Um,
Can I? Can I say?
sure.
Ice.
Okay, there you go. No, so my personal opinion, the best way, make it hot.
That's
That
it.
just means
And then on top
that just means, Drake, you don't drink it fast enough.
That doesn't taste watered down. Okay, so personally, what I do is the best cold coffee is the stove top one. So let me show you what I mean.
Oh my gosh. Y'all are fucking mean, dude. No, Drake, listen. She's messing with you, man.
Huh?
No, because he has the hot coffee phobia because of drinking from straight from the pot.
Okay. So what I use to make good at home coffee is this little thing. You put the coffee in there, right? And I don't mean instant coffee. Pour cold water, and you bring it to boil. You have to actively stand there and bring it to boil, right? Every time like the coffee surfaces up, you need to mix it and wait up until at least 5 times it's up. And on the fifth time, do not mix it again. Like, don't stir it with your spoon. Start slowly pouring it, and don't use the net thing. It actually kind of fucks up the flavor for some reason. Just slowly pour without breaking the upper layer of the coffee. And after that, just put it in the fridge. And if you want to make it Vietnamese, just add condensed milk.
Yeah, so Drake, if you make hold on, let me find the brand for you.
Those Arab coffee things, huh? I'm Armenian, so for me, it's just coffee, and it's not an Arab thing. it's something I grew up using. Breno, please don't say the Turkish thing. Um, yeah. I'll just leave it at that. I won't get
Yeah.
into the political part.
Yeah, don't say those things. If you find this one, I'm trying to send the image to Oh, it's on Amazon. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
Well,
that's the same one I used coffee.
I know. I'm sending it to you so you can show it.
Alright.
Oh, and the Vietnamese, I guess, the contraption of it as
Oh
well.
yeah, you can use the Vietnamese one as well. The Vietnamese one is a lot easier to use. I'll
Yeah, you're
show
good.
it. Yeah, the Vietnamese one is definitely a lot easier to use. So it's basically like this cup thing you put on top of your cup, and it makes drip coffee.
So what you do with the Vietnamese drip coffee is you put the grains in on top of the contraption on the top, and then you pack it down, and then you slowly add water, hot boiling water, but don't forget the condensed milk on the bottom. So we would recommend you getting condensed milk as well. Put it in there like to your taste.
Ah, hell yeah! For the first time, I'm not the one who got interrupted. Then got interrupted. Thank you so much for the support, Grateful Gamer.
You're awesome. Thank you.
I don't like coffee. Water, pineapple, juice, or wheat drinks are better. I agree, but actually, coffee is proven to be good for you once a day.
Yeah. Um. So depending on how sweet you want it, you put like the condensed milk to a certain level, and then you add the drip coffee,
Mm.
and then afterwards you mix it. You use a spoon, you mix it until it's like a light color, and then you add ice.
So, Drake, since you don't want it watered down, so what you should do is put the syrup that you want at the very bottom, then put like, uh, I don't know what you prefer using, creamer, milk, whatever, on top of the syrup, and then put the drip thing in. And do not add ice since you don't want it watered down. Just put it in the fridge. That's it.
And the best thing about Vietnamese cold coffee is that it's strong. Even when it's sweet, it's strong.
Yeah, because
So
of drip.
even yeah. So even if the ice melts, you just mix it a little bit, and then it still tastes like regular coffee.
Yeah. Oh, if you use 1% milk, in that case, without mixing in the milk, put it in the fridge and just add milk after, like after you take it out of the fridge.
Mm. Good night, Benji.
Oh, also this contraption is really cheap.
It's very cheap. It's like $10.
I think it was less than $10.
In the US, it's $10.
Really?
Yep.
I left my contraption back in Southeast Asia. I couldn't justify freeing up space for it.
Mm. The cheapest one is $10, I see.
Mm, yeah, it's $11.
Yep. Faceless waifu says basically don't put ice for a cold coffee because you water it down.
Yeah.
Just put it in the fridge. Looks like a science fair. Oh yeah, it's how you make Vietnamese drip coffee. Is it available on Amazon? Yeah, it's available on Amazon. It's called in Vietnamese. It's called PHIN.
Or just type in Vietnamese drip coffee.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is Benji
Oh
leaving? Also, thank
yeah.
you for the support, Benji.
That's nasty.
Oh, I can't read that.
Thank you so much for the YouTube sub, Dmitry Malachov. How are you doing? Yeah. Zenbu, send the link.
I will.
Stovetop ones and the machine. Yeah, stovetop ones are definitely the best ones. But the best coffee I had was when I went for a family reunion in Armenia. We just like after barbecuing, we did it on the charcoal. That was the best coffee I had in my life.
And I'll just send him the coffee brand.
Oh, on Amazon.
I know.
But as for tea, I'm a big fan of tea as well. Like, I even whip my own matcha tea.
She does.
I just like hot beverages. Done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, back to the video.
Yeah.
Top of that, she goes forward to say that again she was overseas and she just doesn't have time to do all this research, which is absolute BS. It's ridiculous. You make the time when you're talking about stuff like this. You have to make the time, or just don't talk about it. And on top of that, she also
Actually, I think we're done with this topic. Or you want to finish it?
We're almost done. We might as well finish it.
Okay.
also goes as far as to imply that she needs more context. Well, the context is right there. And then in the next set, she says, well, it's a big rabbit hole. And then she doesn't go down it. But then she makes an opinion on it.
Yep.
It's all so ridiculous. And the very important thing to cover next is that she is
That is so irresponsible. Oh, it's a can of worm. It's a rabbit hole. But this is my opinion on it. So I'm gonna gaslight you guys with saying it's too much information to go through. But I'll make sure you guys take in my bias on it without forming your own opinion.
Yeah, no, this ain't it.
It's so irresponsible.
And dangerous.
edited out those portions of the video where she talked about Taiga. Now, just like in the past, she has not made any sort of a pinned comment about this. She hasn't tweeted about this. She just silently did this overnight. And now the sections saying the most disparaging things about Taiga have been removed. And here we are. And this isn't something that she has openly talked about. Like I said, this was done silently behind the scenes, likely to avoid another controversy like she did with the Lollipop situation. And some people say, great result. She was made aware that she made a mistake and she fixed it.
No,
she didn't.
She doesn't fix her mistakes. That lolly video is still out there. She still thinks she's not in the wrong with that.
She has no accountability awareness at all. As a content creator, no. You're wrong, 100%.
Well, that doesn't change the fact that in front of, at that point, at least 10,000 views, in front of all of those people, Taiga was once again shown and defamed with these false allegations that have been debunked, but Kat was too lazy to do the research to learn anything about it. So would you want to be slandered in front of 10,000 people? Would you be like, oh, well, at least that part was removed after 10,000 people were exposed?
So never took up coffee or even cake for that matter. I just never liked the smell of coffee. Tea saved my life though.
Oh, damn. But, Grateful, you should definitely get that checked. Like, these days, getting tested for diabetes is just one finger prick.
Yeah, it's a test that everyone should go through.
Yeah.
It's like a health checkup.
Yeah. But, look, if you like tea, it's awesome. If you like coffee, it's awesome. I personally like both. And, Drake, it's okay. We have, like, so many more videos after this that I really wanted to discuss through the stream.
Yeah.
Exposed to it, it's ridiculous. And really, that's where we're at with the situation. Another ridiculous set of coverage about very serious topics, resulting in more bad things being spread around and people being thrown under the bus for things they didn't even do. But for now, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. And I'll see you guys next time.
Well, I appreciate the video.
But now,
Thank you, Rev.
Caliente, I think she's orphaned. I have no enemies. I think she kind of feeds off of this. I'm pretty sure she'll push the whole narrative that she's a victim any day now.
Yep.
Alright, so this is a little bit like older. We just haven't really checked it out yet. Power World and Pocket Pair are being sued by Nintendo.
Oh boy.
So if you guys haven't played Power World, it's basically a game where you travel around, catch animals in your spheres, and a lot of people have been comparing it to Pokemon, and they kept on asking why Nintendo has not sued them. But the thing is, something like this, the idea of just catching animals in spheres or bowls, like you cannot sue on that pretense. And a lot of people have been also wondering, like, what is that one thing they'll try to hook to try to sue them over it.
Yep.
So it looks like they finally found that one thing.
We'll see now.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and you know, if I'm doing the OBS setup, it means it's an emergency, and I gotta cover this news story. I shouldn't be laughing because this is unfortunate, as you guys can see on the screen right now. On top of that, we are on the Great Wario64's Twitter page, where they did make note of it, but Pocket Pair, Pal World is getting sued. Nintendo with the Pokemon Company have filed a patent infringement lawsuit in the Tokyo District Court against Pocket Pair Inc. The lawsuit seeks an injunction against infringement and compensation for damages on the grounds that Pal World, the game developed and released by the defendant, infringes multiple patent rights. Nintendo will continue to take necessary actions against any infringement of its intellectual property rights, including the Nintendo brand itself, to protect the intellectual properties it has worked hard to establish over the years. Holy hell, I think the biggest question that everybody is going to have in regards to this is if they were going to take action against Pocket Pair and Pal World, why did it take this long?
The reason they took that long because they so recently they did not have a justifiable thing to hook. Like, it's not like Nintendo shies away from suing people.
Nintendo is literally known for suing people.
Even their own fans.
Yep.
Thank you for dropping by, Faceless.
Yeah, good night. Thanks for coming by.
Especially in the case of Pal World in totality, this is a game that we've known about for a very long time. It's been showcased at big events, a lot of the Jeff Keighley events, I believe like Summer Game Fest it was a part of one year. Like, this is a game that everybody kind of knew about, and everybody was always at least being a little bit joking about the copyright and Nintendo suing, and I had brought that up a lot earlier this year and late last year when I was talking about Pal World in regards to a lot of the mon designs and the game itself. Like, I was just saying back then, and this is coming from somebody that has no idea of how the intricacies of law works. Obviously, a lot of it is up to interpretation.
Oh, I'm dying.
Oh man. You need some water?
Yeah. It wasn't for creatures. It was game mechanics. I can see how Nintendo thinks they own the rights to, like, trapping animals and balls, but in my opinion, it's still bullshit.
Yeah, I think so too. It's so much different than than a Pokemon game, in my opinion. I
Okay.
haven't played a Pokemon game since Pokemon Diamond and Pearl.
It just reminds me when the React channel tried to copyright the word React.
Bro.
And guys, I barely got through college. Like your boy does not know law that well, but I know at a baseline level, knowing how Nintendo are, the fact that they weren't doing anything against Pocket Pair and Palworld, that was just incredibly bewildering to me. A lot of you guys came out in the comments saying, yo, Nintendo can't do anything about it. It's just Mon designs. The gameplay fundamentally is different. They don't have any grounds to sue. And I was just like, all right, you guys. I trusted the general rhetoric online as far as that's concerned. I'm like, as far as law is concerned, like, your boy knows about gaming and things like that, but law is something that I am not too confident in. However, I just know from a gaming standpoint, I've seen what Nintendo has done in the past, and looking at Palworld, I'm just like, yo, this just seems like a game that Nintendo would absolutely go after, and in fact, so strange that it's happening this late in the game.
My train of thought is the only reason they actually are even going after them is because they did not have enough brain power or even willingness to provide something to their fan base on the level of Palworld. They became so complacent with providing horrible, just copy paste games, and they were literally shown, hey, but as a small indie company, we can do better than you.
It's a matter of face at this point.
Mark my word, if they win, they'll target Wuthering Waves next. They'll target anyone. They will even target people who made videos on with being on Palworld side. They will target every single person. Me and Zen used to watch this YouTuber who is a big Nintendo fan. Even he was kicked out.
He was kicked out, and I don't really remember the reason why, but Lifu does probably.
They kicked him out because he was going through depression.
He was speaking to his audience about his mental health.
No.
And then he got, right?
Yeah. All he did was he mentioned, I'm gonna slow down a little bit. I'm doing really good, but I'm having some depression issues. Not depression issues. I'm feeling a little bit down. And right the next day, Nintendo butt fucked him
Yep.
for having depression. Which honestly, personally, it got me mad. We both were watching his channel. Like, he's such a nice guy.
He is.
And he was such a huge Nintendo fan.
He definitely brought a lot of people to Nintendo, and they dropped him like a hot potato.
Yeah.
In terms of Palworld had its surge in popularity, and now I feel like something like this just brings it back into the limelight. I really, really hope that this isn't something where Pocket Pair isn't going to be able to fight back on. Like, this is something that would actually, I feel, if this gets far, I feel like that would give Nintendo a lot of, like, bad will, the opposite of goodwill, with the consumer. But at the end of the day, like, Nintendo is a behemoth. They just have this audience that are die-hard Nintendo fans, and there was that rhetoric online. I don't know if you guys remember, prior to the release of Palworld, like, the hardcore Pokemon fans, they were out there coming after Palworld. It's like, bros, Pokemon's been on a downslide for how long? We need something to give Nintendo a shot in the arm, and I was hoping that Palworld's success would give Nintendo that shot in the arm. It's not even like it's a direct competitor, but instead, they are just...
That's literally what was the opinion of every single optimist of Nintendo, that they were hoping, hey, maybe if they'll see what Palworld was capable of doing, that they'll release a game like that as well.
Yeah. Like, Pokemon, like real Pokemon fans, were like, "Oh crap, Palworld did it, so Pokemon can do it too. Let's do it."
Yeah.
They were hype as hell for it, and they love Palworld. It's listen, people can play multiple games if they're in this quote unquote same genre or the pocket monster genre. Like it's the same genre. Like y'all shouldn't be like kicking people out of the genre. You should be like trying to one up each other.
Yep. Hi, Daniel. Enjoy your vacation.
Woo! Enjoy your vacation.
Is gonna go, let's go sue them. They're gonna go that route, and I have thought that they weren't gonna go this route. Like, Palworld, let it exist in its own world, and it would be great. But again, when it comes to the mon designs, like, I guess you can't trademark like designs like that. That's what a lot of people were telling me when I was like, yo, how is this game not getting sued? A lot of people were like, yo, it's just designs, you can't trademark the designs and they're different enough. But like, I look at the like Lucario and the mon in Palworld, forgive me for not remembering the name, but I was just like, yo, there's some wild things going on as far as the similarities between some of the Pokemons and the pals in Palworld. And I was shocked for a while that they weren't facing some sort of legal action. And again, if anybody has some clarity as far as why Nintendo would be coming after it now and not 8-9 months ago when the game was at the height of its popularity and when it had a lot of traction, it's just a little bit bewildering to me, and I can't comprehend why that is. But I was talking to a friend, and I was literally like, yo, it could be something.
So I'm listening to all of this, and all my brain is thinking, I wish there was an open world RPG of Digimon.
It was a MMORPG of Digimon.
I mean, a good one.
Fair enough.
God, this would become a Digimon game if something like that ever releases.
I don't think it's. Hey, Hefe, how you doing? And like it's. I don't think it's about the money here. I feel like it's literally about the Asian values of, oh, this person disrespected my like Power World basically just made Pokemon lose face.
No, you're over glorifying it a little bit. A lot of conglomerates in Japan are extremely bad faith.
Yeah.
What was that company that was selling cars? It was going to an extent where they would send out their interns to intentionally mess with the cars in the parking lots of other companies. It was bad.
Holy.
A lot of big companies there are very bad faith. Because it's better than Pokemon, Digimon, yeah.
There was, and then Nintendo killed it. Of course they did.
Of course they did. Absolutely. The only good thing Nintendo has ever done is create Bulbasaur. That's it.
A little cutie Bulbasaur.
There's one that is coming out, but only for a region on the phone. Of course. Digimon needs to be brought back. In a big way.
Yep.
As simple as they were taking time to build up this lawsuit, figure it out, and get all of their ducks in a row, or it could have just been somebody woke up on the wrong side of the bed at Nintendo and were like, you know what, let's go after Pocket Pair and Palworld. I honestly don't know. I am curious to hear your guys' thoughts on this. I am sure that Nintendo is going to very much catch the ire of a lot of the gaming populace because people want there to be competition in a market that doesn't have any competition. And I would argue Palworld wasn't even ever direct competition as far as what Nintendo brings to the table. It is totally different than what Pocket Pair was doing with Palworld. Palworld has all these survival mechanics to it, and it's a different gameplay style, but the mon designs were so similar. I always went back to that being the imperative, talking talking point on the game having legal troubles was the Mon designs. The Mon designs were so similar, and I just didn't. I just felt that that was a landmine. You were walking on a landmine as far as that's concerned, and that was always the element of Palworld that concerned me as far as facing legal action from Nintendo. And this is a case where we've seen companies bring forth legal action, and in this case, Nintendo, Pokemon Company, they are an absolute juggernaut and a behemoth, and you just don't know if Pocket Pair is going to have the capabilities to fight something like this.
They won't have money to fight it. Absolutely not. And also, not to quote my uncle from another world, all of this is happening just because Sega dropped out of the race.
Yep.
And I truly do believe that.
You saw what happened with that Call of Duty, the MW2 multiplayer that they were trying to bring back up. Activision, one swing, boom, gone. It is done. That's sometimes all it takes. Now, Pocket Pair has sold so many copies of Palworld, but the argument can be made that now they're looking for damages on all of the money that Palworld has made, and that is incredibly concerning as well. I feel awful for Pocket Pair, especially because they are at a bit of a downswing with their game. You're coming at the game at a point where a lot of people aren't playing it anymore, and that's fine. I've said that before. That's not an indictment on the game being bad or anything. It's a pay-to-play game. People play the game, then they move on with their lives. That's the healthy cycle of the gaming world outside of the live service ecosystem. But it's not like Palworld was in the discussion cycle anymore, and now it's being brought back into the discussion cycle, but in the worst way possible. You're bringing it back in terms of it being sued, and Pocket Pair being sued, and this is something that I'm sure the Palworld developers were talking about, the future of the game, creating content, getting out of early access. The game is still in early access, and maybe they're bringing forth this now, so the game doesn't make it out of early access, and they cease production. Now, the lawsuit doesn't say anything about Palworld shutting down or ceasing operations or anything like that, but they are looking for compensation for damages that Palworld, a game developed and released by the defendant, infringes on multiple.
What damages?
This is some bullying stuff going on.
Damages for showcasing that Nintendo are actually being so lazy towards their own fan base. That's the damages. Ridiculous.
Patent rights. What kind of damages are they looking for? That's something I'm sure we will see in the battle of court. And again, law is not what I am familiar with. It is completely above my pay grade. That's why when I talked about this earlier this year, I was just bewildered from the standpoint of Nintendo's been very, very, let's just say, not great to work with when it comes from a legal
That's
standpoint.
mildly
Did Dolphin
speaking.
make it onto Steam? You're damn right it didn't. But, that was Valve more so pulling it. But we've seen so many situations of people trying to get works to actually happen, and then Nintendo comes in with the ban hammer, and, it doesn't come to fruition, and nobody's trying to fight against Nintendo from a legal standpoint. But let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments section down below. Interested to hear from you guys, and for those of you that are a little bit more knowledgeable about law, clarify in the comments section where we go from here. Does Pocket Pair fight back on this? Do they just cease fire because they're fighting against an absolute juggernaut? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.
I still blame Sega for dropping out of the race. If Sega did not drop out of the race, there would have been a healthy competition for Nintendo.
Agreed.
Big Motors, yes, Leo, that one. That's the company I was talking about. And yes, they had a lot of corrupt deals with insurance companies. It was really bad, and this is what I mean by big conglomerates in Japan. They do not operate healthy. They do not operate on good faith. And this is exactly, Nintendo is a good example of that.
Yep. Is Pocket Pair from Sony? No, they're independent, I think.
Yeah, they're independent. It's an indie company.
Had a Dreamcast.
And welcome back, Benji.
Welcome back.
Ew, grateful. We don't need to know that you listen to us in the shower. Ew, brother, ew.
Alpaca pairs and talk with Sony. Oh boy.
The only appropriate time to listen to us is while you're pooping. What? I hate Sony even more than Nintendo. Remember the days when people used to love Sony? I remember. Hi, Red Brawl. Of course, my apologies. You're forgiven. And I'm leaving. If you're going to poop, don't forget to take the phone to listen to it.
Yep. Wait, where's Pink? We just made a poop joke.
I don't know. Pink is slacking.
Oof.
I knew she was into some odd stuff. LOL. Tintin, do not pretend like you don't sit on your phone while pooping. Okay. I read the studies of how many guys use their phone while pooping.
Okay. Daniel. Microsoft isn't doing that well either. After they will release Aura, it's gonna go downhill from there.
Swipe before you swipe.
Oh my god.
No. Wash your hands before you swipe, mofo. Jesus. Man, I miss the days when there was genuinely like more healthy competition in the gaming industry. It feels like it's getting worse and worse. At
Like
least
COD and Battlefield. Battlefield died, and then COD just went downhill from there.
when Halo was big. So other companies try to make something unique as well to compete with Halo. But Halo is garbage now as well.
Yeah, Medal of Honor too. They died.
I'm pretty sure every company at the spawn is big. They basically run on corruption. I'll watch you when I'm getting ready for bed. Uh, makes for some nice ASMR. Ew, brother, ew.
Brother, ew.
That's as fake as guys lying that they don't watch porn. You know what's a good way of not watching porn? Actually
Being
getting laid.
Yep. And being married? Mm-hmm.
No. Married has nothing to do with getting laid. You're getting laid, you're getting laid. That's the end of the story.
That is true.
I just realized what I said. Being married has nothing to do with getting laid. Where
It may be back in the freaking Middle Ages, but
if anyone clips it out of context, you're blocked from the community.
Mhm.
When you're married, you don't get laid anymore.
That's a sad relationship.
I'm gonna clip that soundbite. Well,
No, Shizu's not here. Oh, shit.
Shizu, go back to Korea.
Shizu. Listen,
What
if you
baby?
don't clip?
Have you guys heard of this old ass, really shitty study where they said, "Oh, women need like to be turned on. They need a commitment."
And then Lifu did a did a deep dive, and she was like, "Wow, it's actually the other way around."
Yeah, actually, from what I remember, it's usually the guys who get freakier with their partners after a commit, not the other way around.
Mm-mm.
What does it say about us women folk? How dare you, madam? If you excuse me, I have a candlelight dinner with my right hand. Maybe later, the Lord.
Get me out.
Brother, ew.
Wuka, run.
Oh
Oh my gosh, she's clipped the customer roleplay one.
my. So women don't need commitment. Okay, think about it. In the classic sense of like all these like marriage jokes, who is the first one who says, we're married, I don't have to, do those things in bed anymore? Exactly. Brother, why? Brother, please.
Lifu was saying you don't need porn when your relationship is the corn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what turns women on the most? It's 6 inches long, 3 inches wide. A phone?
$100 bill. Wait, what?
That
You
was
need
my
to get
guess.
you need to get STD checked, bro.
Me, bro?
No, Pepe.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Shizu, I make a meme video if you get a crap ton of clips. Oh, Shizu just came back. He was on his trip.
Yeah, Shizu's not ready for the. Oh no. Oh no.
What? Goodbye, community? Wait, why goodbye, community? Oh, because I'm a block your ass. The answer is clearly a bowling ball. What the fuck? In serious, is there anyone doing a playthrough with cat parks? Seen so much of Dustbone cringe stream. What?
What?
Sorry, what? Would you say relationship is a new porn? No, I would say getting laid is better than watching porn.
Agreed.
What's my
Relationship is new prawn. Life Lifu is dustborn.
what? Oh my god! I did not say relationship is the new porn. I said getting laid is better than porn. I hate it here. You guys disgust me. That's it. I'm burning down this channel. I'm starting fresh.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I do like your content on YouTube. Thank you. Lifu works hard on it. Lifu deserves all the compliments, even though she's. Did you drop your coffee?
I'll drop you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, no more heresy. I'm getting coffee. Enjoy your coffee, X-Man.
Oh, it's that government
Why,
fun game.
why do I discuss you? I'm your custom playlist DJ. Everyone is discussing me. You started this? I did not start this, Tintin.
Yo, we gotta go back to shower talk. Grateful. No, brother, ew.
I did not start this. I point blank said getting laid is better than prawn.
Congrats, we just got exterminatus locked on your butts. Yep. Yep. We're about to drop down from what we have watching now to 0, baby.
These are the worst. Next video.
I thought you were gonna watch the video.
I said next video.
I mean the clip.
No. Clip doesn't exist.
True. If we don't see it, it can't hurt us.
Exactly. Okay. Dragon Age. The Veil Guard gets oh my god! Dragon Age gets destroyed after revealing disgusting Vogue feature. This is effed up.
Oh boy.
All I'm gonna say is, if there's no tit slider and butt slider, it's not inclusive.
After a few disappointing entries to the Dragon Age franchise, fans had been hoping that the next Dragon Age game could maybe actually live up to their expectations, but unfortunately, as soon as they learned what this game was about and some of the people involved with the game and saw the official reveal for Dragon Age The Veil Guard, all of a sudden red flags went up and people knew this might be another massive gaming disaster. New Dragon Age The Veilguard characters rejected by players. They've been modern audienced. And of course, in that official reveal trailer where the tone felt very strange, it almost felt like Fortnite Dragon Age Edition. It was just very weird, and audiences despised it. You could see that in the ratio. Almost 300,000 dislikes to less than 50,000 likes. And we quickly started learning more about the game and the people creating it, which made people very, very wary. Dragon Age The Veilguard game director, who describes himself as a queerosexual gendermancer, claims the
Brother, what? Brother, what?
That can't be real. There's no way that's real. There's no way. There's no way.
Queerosexual gendermancer. Brother, what?
It was like all the nose ring mafia. They're playing D&D and one of them picked that as their class.
This can't be real. There's no way. Hi, Second Haven.
Hey, Second Haven.
The game is inherently queer. And it made people ask the question, why are so many of these developers so insistent on pushing these things into the games? Well, okay, I guess it starts to make a lot of sense when you realize who the game director actually is. Dragon Age The Veilguard game director.
Look. The transition, beautifully done. I'm not gonna say anything bad about that. I know a lot of channels are saying bad stuff about it. Genuinely looks like a woman. But my problem remains. Why do you keep saying the shit like this game is all about inclusivity when that is the furthest it is? You are making a game for your specific small freaking category. Do not call it inclusive when it's including only one category of people. It's that simple. Just people need to purchase dictionaries.
Actually is. Dragon Age The Veilguard game director confirms inclusivity is at the heart of the game's character.
This is not inclusivity. If it would have been inclusive, you would have on Spectrum 1 a person who's able to make, themselves look a specific way, with the addition that they reveal that you can have post-op surgery scars. But there is no Spectre 2 where I can have my big ass boobs and my big ass butt on the character I play. You cannot be inclusive when you include only Spectre 1 but no Spectre 2. That's not what inclusive means.
Yup.
And hi Mitch, how are you doing?
How you doing, Mitch?
Creator and features pronoun options. But not only are we sitting there with pronoun options like they, them for your character in Dragon Age, it's gone a step further with the newest character creator being revealed. Dragon Age the Veilguard character creator has option for top surgery scars.
There you go.
Right, in this world of magic and elves and different races and crazy.
And do you guys want to know what's the biggest cup size you can have? An A cup.
Bro.
So they keep on saying that, oh, we're all about inclusivity. We're all about this and that. But hey, you know, as they like calling people the whole cis this, cis that, why this, why that, those, they do not exist. If you're a white guy or a big booby and big butt chick, you are the worst of people. That doesn't make sense.
Is it because they're envious?
I have no idea what the deal with them is. It's I don't know.
What's top surgery scars? Lifu will be able to answer that.
The top surgery scars is when you literally change your hair. So when either the breast is either removed or the breast is enhanced. Enhanced.
Yeah.
I don't care about boob or butt size. I just want the cuddles. Well, I genuinely don't give a shit either if my character is big boobied or big butt. My point is, you cannot call yourself inclusive when you're genuinely aren't.
Mm-hmm.
That was something head related? No.
Crazy shit, dragons, magic, all this stuff. It turns out that mentally ill people are still cutting their breasts off because they just so desperately need to put this in the game for you. Just look at this. Oh, no, no, no. Here we go.
But he, him, she, her, and they, them, and then your gender is man, woman, non-binary. Love that. Love the inclusivity. Top surgery scars are also included in this for all of our trans and non-binary rooks out there. I absolutely was blown away by this.
So the boob slider.
It's beautiful to see the inclusion in the game and to see yourself represented.
I am all for having character creators that allow you a lot of flexibility to do a ton of stuff to your character. Now, even though you can have top surgery scars, strangely, this character creator is actually very, very limited. You know, this is the maximum glute size right there. That's the...
There you have it.
Bro, what?
I'm supposed to feel included by that? Inclusivity, by the way. Hi, Kuriam. How are you doing?
Hey, Kuriam.
Maximum ass size for your character. What about maximum breast size? Right there. What is it?
There you have it. According to them, this is the biggest butt we are allowed to have, and this is the biggest boobs we're allowed to have.
I feel like they're just threatened. Yeah, hey, listen. They're threatened. They don't look good like that.
They have magic. They don't need surgery. I mean, Witcher literally has that shit. You can get plastic surgery with magic, but you have to sacrifice your ability to have children.
I feel like these people, or at least like the small minority, are threatened by people like Lifu with her body figure. It's I feel like it's a case of envy and a lot of hate. Sorry, hate envy. There you go.
Maybe. Well, I just want a pretty character or good looking. If that's too much to ask, I see myself every day. I love myself, but I don't want to see another different person while I play. That is all. Well, the way, for example, the way I played Final Fantasy Online, I just made Zen's character, but as a chick.
Yeah. Well, I never heard about that. I never played Witcher. When you become a Witcher, you get pumped with a lot of concoctions to become a Witcher. It's basically like the Space Marines
No,
of
no, no, no. I'm talking about what the witches go through. But yeah, witchers are basically space marines of the medieval time. I'm talking about the witches.
okay,
The witches are also sterile.
okay.
Uh, Basically it's the same with space marines. Yes, yes, sir.
Hmm.
Why Saint Rose to customer customization deeper than in this game that came out in 2008? Good question.
Why not?
We
We
play
play.
stack of potato Final Fantasy. I'm Irish.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Eastern Europe might throw hands too. Don't count them out.
Is that a B cup? Maybe a B plus cup? So they're actually very
There's no way that's a B cup. That's an A cup, right? Or am I that like biased about it?
Boo boo.
What?
You're a woman. You know cup size more than the majority here.
I think that's an A cup. There's no way this is a B cup.
Okay.
very limiting on what they want you to let these characters look like. They don't want you to create characters that look super feminine, but they do want to give you the option to be able to make sure your character has also chopped his breasts off, just like you did. This is so weird and strange and fucked up. And it's gone past the point of, oh, look at all the options in character creators. This is celebrating and fetishizing mental illness. That's what
I
I
don't.
I don't think it's mental illness. My personal opinion, I don't think changing your gender is mental illness.
I I've discussed this with Lifu, and I'll tell you guys this. In some cases, it's gender dysmorphia, but in other cases, the small minority case is probably mental illness. I won't say that all of it is illness. I feel like there's a small minority that are crazy and are mental.
My biggest question is, for a person who changed the gender, they wouldn't want a scar. Wouldn't a scar be like the opposite of, helping them? Like, think about it, right? For years and years, you feel like you're trapped in the wrong body, right?
Mm-hmm.
You finally transition. Wouldn't wouldn't the post-op scars be a constant reminder that you felt out of place for so many years? Why would they want to add it to their character in game?
Yeah, I don't know. And Beast, those people are cross dressers. There's male cross dressers and there's also female cross dressers as well. It goes both ways. So
Hi
yeah.
now River.
Hey Nile.
There's a documentary called Toxic Baby. It explains what's happening a lot of people today. Might check it out.
I just feel like it's a very small, like maybe like bless you, like a
Yes.
0.01%. 0.01% that are mental illness and the other doesn't feel like their real gender. And that 0.01% are the loudest.
Yeah.
They like people. The minority of the minority are always the loudest for no reason.
Could just be that they want to be reminded of where they came from in order to see how far they come. I don't know. That's the opposite of my experience with talking to people who went through gender transition.
They purge that shit.
They don't want to be reminded of anything that had to do before they transition. A lot of them, they even go to therapy to cope with the scars.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's inclusive. I don't think they did the thing that they think they did. Why would you change your gender if you don't want to change gender? This a misunderstanding.
I feel like there's in the trans community there are people that are malicious and try to groom people that are struggling through mental illness, and that's how they get you until it's too late. Some people regret it. And I feel like those people might be groomed by malicious.
Majority, from what I understood, a lot of people who regret their gender change operations are the people who crumbled under the pressure of reactions around them after they did. Not because they felt less comfortable in their new body, but because the sociological and psychological pressure they felt after their transition was too much.
No, yeah, I get it. Yeah, that can be definitely. It's like the same. I can't say it's like the same spectrum, but it's like people coming out as homosexuals or gay. Like the reaction is negative and they can't take it. They go into deep depression.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, in the future, actual transitioning would be possible, but with the current level of medical technology, it's not gonna be possible. Well, what do you mean? Transition is already possible, as well as there's experimentations with transportation of old.
Reproductive organs.
Yeah.
Um, but it's still at infancy stage.
Yeah.
So we're getting there. Like when you can actually fully transition.
But what's your guys' opinion on when fictional characters that are cross-dressers are appropriated and are labeled trans? Cross-dressers are not trans. Cross-dressers are cross-dressers.
Yeah.
Same as drag queens are not trans. Drag queens are drag queens.
Yeah. And Lifu showed me
RuPaul's Drag Race.
that and the two ones. I forgot their names.
They're from RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah, but their names. I need to know that.
Trixie Mattel.
Yes. They're funny as hell. Yo, those drag queens, they're kings. They're kings, guys. Like and like I'm sure there's been like straight drag queens too.
No, not really.
No? It's like a minority in that community?
Well, the straight drag queen would be considered Lady Gaga at the beginning. At the beginning of her career, there's a reason why a lot of drag queens like Lady Gaga.
Oh, okay.
Hi Artyom.
Hey, Artom.
People that got gender changes don't want scars to remind them that they aren't actually the gender they want to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
I walked on my mom's heels once, nearly broke my ankles. That's
Oh
my
my God.
cross-dress experience. Don't worry, King. Try again.
Yeah.
No, but a mark of a good dancer is that if you're a man and you can dance in heels, that means you have very good balance, which is very needed for dancing.
Lady Gaga's a dude. No, she's not. As much as the tabloids wanted to start that. God. Uh, Zen was asking if there's a female drag queen.
No, I'm saying a straight man doing drag queen activities.
Straight man?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. See? It doesn't matter if you're gay, you're straight. If you're drag queen, you a king. It doesn't matter. You just got that swag.
I mean, look at Marilyn Manson.
Mm.
I couldn't resist.
I'm gonna be real. I wish there was a pill that could remedy gender dysmorphia without the need to mutilate people. Well, that's the thing though, Heavenly. Like the whole gender dysmorphia is a real case. I won't say it's a mental illness. I'll say there's a minority that has that gender dysmorphia, but also mentally ill. It's two different cases, in my opinion.
Prince wore high heels. There's a whole category called glam rock and glam metal. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
This is. It's very fucking weird, and 99.9% of people who play this, they're gonna feel very put off by this. But this is just the latest thing to come out. Whether it's about, oh,
I don't think they're gonna be put off by scars like normal people, right? And I don't mean normal people, I mean people who haven't went through transition. I don't think they'll be put off by scars. I think what's gonna happen is they'll be like, okay, they say inclusivity, it's not inclusive, fuck it. Not interested.
Mm-hmm.
everybody's pansexual in this game. Oh, yeah, the game's very pornographic. Oh, we want diversity.
This is what I hate. Oh my god, I hate when pansexuals are being portrayed this way.
Yep.
And representation and inclusivity to be at the heart of it. All while Dragon Age fans are sitting there and saying, can I just get a fucking good game? Please, can I just get a good game? Things are starting to look even worse for Dragon Age Veilguard. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you.
Basically, I want to end this part with saying that Dragon Age is a shit show. They're not inclusive. Their game development definitely did not come as the main focus. What came as the main focus is literally just their own agenda, same as with Dustborn. They don't care about including the LGBTQ community. They don't care about including the straight community. They don't care about including people who play games. This is not an inclusive game. This is a sorry excuse of a game. Do not waste your money. Do not buy this. Just don't bother with this shit.
Yeah, this is a shell of its game. Like, it's not even a game anymore. It's not Dragon Age. It's some kind of freaking chimera with Dragon Age slapped on.
Really so frustrating me. You think people will learn not to do this? I'm not trans, but I feel like it's insulting to give you the option to have scars that reminds you. Yeah, I agree. I
agree
think
with
it's
that.
insulting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Zen has friends that transitioned. I have friends that transitioned. And this is not something they want to keep on being reminded of.
Yep.
Just they think they did a thing with this, but in reality, it's in the process they managed to insult everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, moving on. Okay. Undercover ex-Sweet Baby Inc. employee caught in New York Times web of lies. Yeah, this is a good one.
This is it.
I'm gonna look back at the Sweet Baby Inc. situation being like, holy crap, can you believe just how deep that rabbit hole went? What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. And today we're going to be talking about a New York Times article that is running defense for Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed Shadows by using a source that was secretly in the background previously working at Sweet Baby Inc. And of course, they're not going to disclose that because it wouldn't help their case.
Of course.
But still, the hoops that you have to be jumping through just to try to defend this game because you are shoving DEI down everyone's throat so hard that you're just like, please, just believe us. We went with Yasuke because he was a good character for us to use. It wasn't because he was black, guys. I swear it wasn't because he was black. It's because, somebody help me. Hit that subscribe, give me a like.
Yo, he's leveling up his acting skills.
Yeah, you should comment on that.
Also, I'm gonna add this into the video. Smash, we're sorry for the fact that we keep on reacting to your videos. Stop making good videos.
Wait, he said something about it?
No.
I mean,
I'm just saying, we're sorry we keep on stealing your content. It's good content. It's hard not to react to it.
yeah, it's good. And they're pretty good. They're straight to the point for sure.
Yeah. And they're getting better and better.
Yep. Smash JT is just he's up there. He's up there for sure.
Yeah.
Like and check out smashjt.com for the full article breaking down how Ubisoft is running full defense mode using their friends over at the New York.
Wait. He changed his background. It's
He didn't.
No. He changed the angle.
Oh yeah, he did. I guess last time you did mention that it you were like it's lopsided.
You know we watch him too often, right? To the point where we can tell what angle of his camera was on what video.
Honestly, true.
It's not stealing if your commentary transforms it. Well, I will stop reacting to him if he'll be like, hey, I'm uncomfortable with how often you guys react to my videos. Which, by the way, if one of these content creators do say that, that is completely understandable.
It's understandable. We're not. If you feel uncomfortable, yeah, just tell us, and we'll back off.
Like they're putting in all this work, and we're just reacting to it.
Yeah.
Defense mode using their friends over at the New York Times to play defense for what has been the biggest PR nightmare in recent gaming history. Well, I guess outside of Concord, but that's a little bit different. In a recent collaboration between Ubisoft and the New York Times, a weak as hell effort was made trying to shift the narrative surrounding the increasing controversy of Assassin's Creed Shadows. The game, being set in feudal Japan, features the historical figure of Yasuke as its protagonist. Criticism has been surrounding this game and the portrayal of Yasuke as a samurai, which he has been proven not to be, and this was just basically fan fiction written by Thomas Lockley to sell a book that Ubisoft was like, sure, that fits our narrative, so we'll go with it. But it didn't just stop at Yasuke. It also had to do with the Chinese architecture, how they stole war signs from Japanese war reenactors, how they stole the One Piece sword and put that on display, pretending that it was something that was part of the feudal Japan. Like, they didn't do any research. They did it half-assed. And then they went forward telling everyone just to eat it up and believe it because it's in the name of...
He did forget to mention how they reused the animation and all that shit from their old games. Or, what was her name? Naomi?
Yeah.
He did forget to mention that.
Also, she just said, but Ubisoft never puts historical characters as playable, so it's Ubisoft unintentionally saying Yasuke didn't exist?
No, so the problem is they did at the beginning claim that it's historically accurate, and after that they tried to retract it by saying like people are butthurt over something they didn't say when they did in fact say it.
DEI, just trust us or else you're a bigot. But that doesn't work anymore. And Japanese people were pissed off about it. Enough to take to their YouTube channel and say, no, we're going to downvote the hell out of this. In
Understandable.
addition to taking to
Yup.
Twitter and tell Ubisoft that we don't appreciate this, we're not on board with this, we don't support it, and we don't like what you're doing with our history by injecting DEI into it where it doesn't belong. Instead of trying to interview someone who's quote-unquote a source, all you need to do is verify it for yourself and investigate. Go to Ubisoft Japan's Twitter account, scroll through it, find some information and randomly pick on something that someone said and try to justify, do you really think that this many people are fake accounts? Or, more likely, Japan's really pissed off. But that's neither here nor there. Let's enter Kazuma Hashimoto, if that even is his real name, because information has come out
This part.
Wow.
where it could have actually been based on an old Japanese character from an anime
Yikes.
called Kazuma Hashimoto,
Uh-huh.
where that's not even his real name. And more information came out where he's not even Japanese and was not even born in Japan. According to
Didn't
his
even
own
go to school
words
for
on
Japan
Twitter,
history.
he said, the Ice Worm Festival was created in Cordova, Alaska, my hometown, during the 1960s as a way to ward off the winter blues. And he also said, sorry, I'm just used
So I am wondering, does Ubisoft not even do background checks of who they hire?
No, diversity hire.
Yeah. Who needs background checks on diversity hires, right?
Mm-hmm.
to a gallon of milk costing $4 more in Alaska, and then $3 plus in California, and $2 plus in Oklahoma, and then back to $3 in New York City. Now, this is someone that supposedly is an expert in Japanese verbiage and words and history, and was
No.
supposedly the person being trusted by the New York Times. And on their own Twitter, they said, Happy Trans Day of Visibility. I'm Kazuma, which, no, you're not. That's a name that you just picked for yourself. A half-Japanese trans man. I don't even know what to believe about you anymore, because everything you say seems to be a lie or something you make up about yourself. Who works in translation and journalism. I write media analysis, primarily concerned with video games and Japanese pop culture. I dress like a Niyami Kojima character in my spare time and moonlight as a VTuber, which we'll get to that and just...
Why? Like, we don't have enough drama why people hate VTubers. On top
Why you
of
gotta
that,
drag us down?
yeah, like, on top of this, this is gonna be added.
Yep.
Like, diversity hires are never good because time and time again, it's proven that their work and their background is actually not being checked.
No background checks.
It's-
Oh, ship it.
It's all based on the basis of trust me, bro. And this is why you need to hire skill-wise, not diversity-wise.
Yep. Just because you look different, don't make you special.
just a second. And yeah, this dude seems totally normal and someone to trust as a source for this kind of stuff. Also, happy Trans Awareness Week. I'm a trans man who writes about politics and examines pro-imperialist propaganda in media, specifically video games. Okay, so he's not a journalist, he's an activist. Is anyone really surprised?
Oh
so
boy.
not only
Oh
is
boy.
he someone that says he's some name that he's not, he says he's someone from Japan, and he's not, and he leaves out vital information that he worked for Sweet Baby Inc. under consultancy. But no, the New York Times decided to interview this person and use them as the
Oh
source
my
of
God.
truth for
Of
what
course.
the sentiment in Japan really is. When
And yet another proof journalism is dead. New York Times didn't even decide to look into it either. Just, ship it, press it,
Yep.
print it, publish.
Hmm.
Just pathetic.
they don't even live in Japan and they're not even from Japan. And Japanese isn't even their first language. This is a cosplayer that they don't even know who they really are as a human being because they're so busy cosplaying anything but who they actually are.
Before, it was just people like speculating about my race. Once again, people are like, he's probably not really Japanese. Oh, he's half Japanese. He's probably half Korean, half Chinese. You know,
This is something that irks me as well. How do you take people speculating what your race is and make it your whole personality?
It doesn't make sense.
Also, I am heavily doubting that people actually, outside of this specific case, actually speculated.
Yeah, no one gives a shit. Sorry, buddy.
Oh, no. There's a lot of people who would give a shit, but I don't think the people were actually... Are you Asian?
the usual nationalist stuff.
This person writes a lot, and they consider themselves a journalist, of course, but they're an activist. When you start seeing some of the ridiculous propaganda that they put out there, up to and including how Animal Crossing needs to acknowledge Japan's history of colonial rule, and why that's important to the discussion around...
What?
Bro, you're playing Animal Crossing, not freaking...
Are we getting to a point where we need to bring in the history and politics into Animal Crossing now?
Yo, that's wild. They're animals. They're all animals.
I swear to God, it's the same brainwave as the people who think Charlie Chaplin is the H-Man. It's the same IQ.
You play as an animal in debt, and you farm to make money back to pay off the debt, and then build your world and connect with your island neighbors.
Look, until we get to a point where we actually live in an island where we have to pay back a raccoon, I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, honestly, true.
Also, if you live in a world where you have to pay back a raccoon, get off them bath salt and move out of Florida.
Just wait until they hear about Risk.
So just capitalism? Charlie Chaplin is hilarious.
You don't understand. Animal Crossing needs to acknowledge the systematic oppression that affects minorities across the world. Painfully obvious scream. Ah!
Sarcasm, not...
Same thing.
I don't know, man. Those raccoons have hard bargain. How the heck are you guys struggling to get out of debt with a raccoon? You know how many days it took me to get out of debt with a raccoon? How many days? 5 days. That's it. And I never took anything into credit again. It ain't that hard.
Ooh, some people just not good with money.
No,
I'm kidding.
Animal Crossing? Like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? But that's only the beginning of the stuff that this guy gets into. And shout out to Grums and John Trent and That Park Place for a bunch of the screenshots before everything got locked down and shut down and went into protected mode. Because of course, that's what these people, when they get caught, always do. Hashimoto was interviewed.
Posts are protected, of course.
Yep.
Do you ever see a person who's not guilty go into protected posts? Ever?
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about the last Animal Crossing, Drake.
Yeah.
Took me 4. Well, Benji, I think you're lying.
in the New York Times article and didn't say anything about working at Sweet Baby Inc. And while people might hear that and be like, well, what the hell does Sweet Baby Inc. have to do with Ubisoft's game? They're two different companies, and we don't have any correlation between Sweet Baby Inc. and how they didn't work on Assassin's Creed, or maybe they did. We don't know for sure. I mean, we do know that they have worked on Ubisoft games, but we haven't confirmed specifically Assassin's Creed. So how do you draw the connection with this, and why is it this guy's fault? And ultimately, you look at it and you're like, well, Kim Belair is a former Ubisoft employee. Kim Belair is now the marginalized CEO of Sweet Baby Inc. and also hired this person. And you got to connect the dots and be like, well, all these people know each other. They all work in the same industry. They all work with the same companies.
Okay, conspiracy theories. What if Kimberlaire is hiring these, crazy people just to drag attention off of her? And to look like the most sane one in the whole company. Just a theory. Game theory.
It stands to reason that they're going to run defense for a company that's facing a PR nightmare, and they're going to pretend that everything's fine, which is exactly what Hashimoto did. In the New York Times article, it says, Kazuma Hashimoto, a Japanese consultant and translator in the video game industry, said the reception of Assassin's Creed Shadows was mostly positive in Japan. Okay, let's stop right there. No, it wasn't. In fact, it was so bad in Japan that Ubisoft was forced to issue a basically 4-page apology trying to explain themselves about what they were.
Not an apology.
Not only that, Japan's government got involved. Let's not forget about that. They're trying to sweep that shit under the rug.
How it was basically being completely misunderstood by Japan. Japan had a right-wing part of their government looking into potentially taking action against Ubisoft. The fans of the game were taking to the internet saying they aren't having it. Yet this guy had the nerve to talk to the New York Times and say, no. That was just Americans that just really don't like Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Guys, remember, Japanese people are the worst, but also they don't exist.
Yo, everyone here can write in Hanagiri? Yeah, we can do that. We can write in Japanese, guys.
I swear to God, I'll start tweeting every single bowl of rice I'm eating with the caption, my jelly donuts came in.
True.
Ubisoft going through the extra effort of making hundreds of thousands of fake accounts and putting all this information through Google Translate and getting it wrong and putting Japanese out there that wasn't proper Japanese, and that's how he was able to tell that all these hundreds of thousands of accounts were fake? And we're just supposed to believe that guy? It was people in the West who were upset with seeing Yasuke as a samurai, he said, explaining that many of the negative online comments written in Japanese appeared to have been roughly translated from English. What an awesome way to play defense for a company you're trying to protect. By making something up and saying, hey, don't question it. I am the Japanese translator expert. You guys don't know. I'm the one that you guys source for all this stuff. So I am the source of truth.
I just realized that person is pretending to be, trust me, bro, I know better.
Yep.
Oh my God. Is this what game journalism and gaming in general in the West is now? Trust me, bro.
Yep.
I know better.
It's literally the Ancient Aliens guy again, all over again.
It is.
He even made a thumbnail with that.
But instead of aliens, it's DI.
Trust me, bro.
My God. If I had to write that long an essay to quit my job, then apologize to everyone working there, no wonder some people take the express same-day delivery way out of life. Americans hate it so much that the Japanese government thought about banning the game. Well, the writer is banned from entering Japan, quite literally.
Yep.
Lockhart is literally banned from the entire country.
Yep.
That's just like Cleopatra on Netflix in Egypt. Netflix almost got banned in Egypt for it, but they just pushed it more. Actually, they did stop pushing it, but that was so disrespectful.
Very disrespectful. I don't care what they teach you in school. Japan is in South Dakota.
They could have incorporated Yasuke into game somehow without insulting fans and the entire country. Yep, I agree. Like, no one said anything when they were releasing specifically Yasuke own things.
Nope.
And I said it at the beginning when they announced the game as well. If they would have just released it as Yasuke the game, people would have bought it.
Yep. It went very downhill very quickly when they said it was historically accurate. And then they tried to
Yes.
backstep that and everyone's like, haha, you're stupid.
Also, I cannot get over that comment. Japan is South Dakota. Bro.
This whole situation strikes me as eerily familiar to the IGN hit piece against Game Science when Rebecca Valentine and Ki Hu Chan got together and purposefully mistranslated information to make Game Science look as bad as possible. And I feel like that exact situation is happening all over again here. These activists have found that translations are an avenue that they can use as a get out of jail free card. If anyone tries to question them, they can say they are the translation experts and you're not allowed to question that. But when it got found out that Hashimoto used to work at Sweet Baby Inc. from February 2020 to April 2023, that's 3 years and 3 months. So it stands to reason that even if this individual did not work on Assassin's Creed Shadows throughout that time, they probably made some strong bonds with people that work there that probably were like, hey, you don't work here anymore. Do you mind talking to the New York Times and just saying something, giving a spin to this so it doesn't look so bad for us? And let's try to redirect the conversation, change the narrative, and try to get people just thinking as we get closer to the launch of this massive game that we have to be successful because Ubisoft stock and company is completely in the dumps right now and everything's going to hell and they're throwing everything
going
at
to
the
hell.
wall and hoping something sticks. Can you guys just please run defense for us?
No.
Just say something nice and maybe people won't question it. But when I dive deeper into Hashimoto, it reveals that his involvement in the narrative may be part of a much broader agenda. Not only has he worked for Sweet Baby Inc., but he's also an activist for so many of these other sites and writing these ridiculous stories.
Polygon, IGN, GamesRadar.
Oh my god, it's the trifecta.
Oh.
That's what Shizu said.
Oh god.
It's the trifecta.
Over the years, you put it all together, and it's clearly someone who has a history of pushing progressive talking points, and it's well documented. And I cannot understate what.
You gotta be kidding me, man.
Oh.
You gotta be kidding me. Who the fuck picks up Dragon's Dogma 2 and be like, yo, let's see how gay I can be?
It's the same as me playing solitaire and saying I'm not gay enough.
It's like it's like picking up Dark Souls, right? And saying the game is too hard.
Or, you know, playing Bomberman and being like, this character is not queer enough.
Or the person drops too much bombs.
Oh my god. There is no way. But hey, at the same time, they post these, you know, Nobel Prize documentary research papers where they discuss every single dick in the past Assassin's Creed games.
Oh my god, you told me that. Yeah, that's weird shit. She was like, "Hear me out. What if we are stuck in the Matrix and Benji knocked the wrong disc in?" Thoughts?
That everyone kill Benji.
Everyone, Benji put in the wrong disc. We're in the wrong timeline. We have to get back into the prime timeline, please.
Was this on anyone's mind when playing Dragon Dogma 2?
No.
If you play a game and your thought is, how gay can I be in this game? Honey, you're playing the wrong game. Just go into VR chat. Bruh. Bomberman Panic Bomber was my game back in the day.
It's okay, Benji. I'll just put a nail in your tire, but it will be one of those nails that goes all the way inside of your tire. So you don't know where the hole is. So you just keep pumping air and like looking at the tires like where the hell is that nail? But you never find it because it's already inside the tire. Sorry.
Just
Too deep.
wild. Also, you know, we never said hi to Garbage.
Garbage is included. He's always included.
Garbage, we said hi to you in our spirit.
Yeah.
Also, we didn't say hi to you because you're not gay enough. Inspired, we didn't say hi to you either because you. But how are you two doing?
Yeah, how y'all doing?
What if I want to play it in VR chat? Not gay enough, you can't.
Inclusivity, you know? You didn't know?
You monster. This is just ridiculous.
What a huge deal it is that Ubisoft was trying to get the New York Times, a massive publication out there, as much as people don't trust mainstream media. New York Times still holds weight. I don't know how much weight anymore, but still holds weight, and they're trying to use that to shift the direction, shift the narrative for the entire industry. And then if people will start sourcing the New York Times as a source of truth, you can't question it. So they get this Hashimoto guy that's clearly indoctrinated in their groupthink, and it's someone that's not going to stray from the values, and he's going to say whatever he needs to say to be a yes man for these corporations, and he's going to go in there and play the best defense he can to push Assassin's Creed Shadows. And when the New York Times says, oh, this is a trusted translator with a long history of working in the...
Yeah, so it's a trusted, aka trust me, bro.
I'm sorry, but using a Japanese name, right? I'm just thinking in my head.
From an anime.
Yeah, what if this person's name is like Alex Smith? Like the most like whitest name ever. And, and they're half Japanese, but they took the Western name so hard.
Guys, did you know my actual name is John Bon Jovi? I'm a middle-aged white guy from New Jersey.
That's all I'm thinking. I'm like, what if this person's name is just not quote unquote Japanese enough?
This guy sounds like he decided, coffee's kind of boring. Let's drink piss mixed with lighter fluid. That should give me more energy. Dude, I still don't understand. How is it like, how do you one day wake up and you're like, well, my afternoon is free. Let me create a whole new persona. Like, how does that happen? Maybe I'm the wrong person to ask that because I am a VTuber. That's literally what happened. One afternoon I had free and I created a character. You know what? I retract my statement. Glass houses. Oh my god.
Well, I'm not knocking the dude, right? I'm just saying, what if this person's name is just not quote unquote Japanese enough? And like they have nothing to do with they grew up not knowing their Japanese roots. So they're just grasping at straws and just So like the closest they can do is like learn half-ass Japanese through anime and pick the Japanese name that they just remember.
In Dogma 1, I accidentally made my character gay. Accidentally, not gay enough.
Not gay enough. I'm sorry.
But how you doing, Plague Doctor? Plague Doctor Mike. Okay, we're changing your name to Yuri. Plague Doctor Yuri.
Plague Doctor Yuri.
Is easy. I do it every time. Daniel, I kind of believe you.
But Mitch, that's the thing. Asians are considered white in the US now. Asians are white. They're classified as white people now.
My name is Dog Dimadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimadome. My name is Haku Hakaku. Apupa Pupa.
Mà làm cái gì vậy?
I have this. Alright, a little off topic. I have this constant fear that when I'm making my gibberish sounds, I will accidentally say something so obscene in a language that I don't even know. And I'm gonna say like some vile shit like kill them all or something. Just by making sounds. No one else has that fear?
No.
Just me. Oh my god.
Zen, that's my opinion with all the Black Power films and appropriation of historical people that Americans do. African Americans have little to no history to go with their culture, so they grasp at whatever they can get their hands on to appropriate into their own. I would say that actually, I don't know.
I do now. Hell yeah. Giving people a fresh new fear.
Yeah.
African Americans have a little to no history to go with their culture, so they grasp at or whatever they can get their hands on to appropriate their own. They do have history. How about for a change, they will actually be proud of their freaking vast, rich history of their ancestors.
They lost it. Some of them lose their connection with it. Like it's just a generational thing. It's like what's happening with within my family. And this we're not even like 4 or 5 generations deep. We're like one generation.
But
deep.
that's no excuse to appropriate someone else's culture.
No, it isn't. It's not appropriate.
Especially African Americans. They have such a vast history and culture, different country. Like there's so much history there.
You can tell.
Like how can you not be proud of your history?
Well, that's the thing. You can tell who still is connected with their roots compared to who are not. You can just tell. I look kind of Chinese, Thai, and Lao. How am I considered white? So in the U.S.,
It's a color swatch thing.
yeah, it's a colors thing. Like if you're like on the whiter side, you're white.
So basically, Asians, a little not dark enough, brown people, a little not dark enough, black people, they're considered white.
Yeah. This channel gives yapping and phobias. What a deal.
I'm happy to serve.
Black culture has been appropriated globally. Calm down.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that, man. That's not true at all.
If you tell me that braids is appropriating black culture, that is absolutely not true. Yeah, kind of reminds me of those dumb videos from a few years ago where people would go a day without black inventions and then lie and say black people did everything. What? What?
X Grateful Gamer, like we have a lot of people who are like Black Americans. They can pretty much vouch for what we said for sure. Like we're not just speaking out of our ass. We do a lot of research on topics like these. Like we don't say a lot on stream because it's not our streams are about, but we do a lot of research. Hip hop is a culture, not a genre of music. That's
You know what bothers me? It's the people who scream about, appropriating their culture, but in the same breath, they'll wear like an anime kimono or a rice patty hat. Just for the lows of it. But yet, if you wear braids, they will attack you.
yeah, it doesn't make sense. Braids has been used throughout ancient times. Braids is universally used. Depending on the region, you have to because it's fucking hot.
I'm Black American. Surprised? No, you were supposed to say boo. Are we actually discussing genre of music?
I guess so. Gatekeeping like genre of music is kind of like in my opinion, hip hop is just a different type of genre of music compared to rap. Hip hop is definitely more of a like the vibe type thing, and then rap is more of a spoken word like genre. Like there's more that
So
we
slam
discussed in
poetry.
yeah, pretty much. That's what rap is,
In
slam
my
poetry.
opinion, I don't listen to hip hop or rap unless it's Japanese underground rap, and some of it, not all of it, like maybe 5%. But yeah, I'm very close minded to what I listen to in my free time.
Um, it's not just a genre. Okay. Well, it's a matter of like opinions. Like I see I see where you come from with that, but when I think of hip hop, I think of it as like a genre type of music. Like it can be a lifestyle. You can like just listen to straight quote unquote hip hop, but that also includes rap and such.
We have underground battle raps in my country. Proof it didn't happen, Pink.
There's a difference between like going to a country and dressing up as like their traditional clothes and embracing the culture. And then there's one where like you're just appropriating, using it as like a
Yeah, let's get one thing straight. When someone wears clothes of a culture out of respect, it's not same as appropriation. It reminds me of the whole shit show that is US journalism when Kim Kardashian went to an Indian wedding and she had to wear a sari, and people were saying that she's appropriating Native Americans.
wait.
Yeah, that shit blew my mind. So, when you go to show respect to people with a specific culture, there are occasions where you need to wear a traditional garment. That is not the same as appropriation. So, I'm gonna get that one straight here. I will not listen to anyone who says that showing respect to someone's culture is same as appropriation, because that is the most brain rot, brain damage take ever.
Mm-hmm. The guy who played the Japanese flute for the Ghost of Tsushima announcement. I think I heard something about that when I think yeah, I heard something about the flute guy. I think he will.
The only music I will devote myself to is LifuLifu featuring Zen Christmas carols.
The flute guy, that played the soundtrack for the Ghost of Tsushima, he wasn't Japanese, but he was so engrossed with the instrument, and he was one, like what Space Marine said. He's one of the few that could play the instrument well. It's basically if I came to Armenia and I picked up the Duke and I ended up being very, very good, like on a national level. And then I'll go to like US and play like a traditional Armenian song. And then I get backlash for being cultural appropriation when I was already recognized. I'm wearing like full Armenian clothes, playing the Armenian Duke.
Look, through my life, I traveled to a lot of countries. I've been part of a lot of families who are from different backgrounds and cultures. Not a single one ever told anyone who is actually secure of their roots, who are actually from the country of origin, why you're appropriating. I wore so many different cultural clothes. I wore Japanese clothing, Korean clothing, Indian clothing. There's so many things I wore, and it was for special occasions where it was appropriate. When literally it was required out of show of respect to wear something like that. But Second Haven, yes, the Native American headdress, that is, yeah,
That's a no go.
Yes.
That's literally massive disrespect.
Yeah.
Only the chieftain wears that, correct? So like, you don't wear something that a chieftain wears. That's like going to England and being like, I'm gonna wear a golden crown.
or that's same as going, let's say, to what is the it's same as going to Alabama and saying I'm gonna sleep with my cousin.
Yeah, you just don't.
You have to be a specific, level of hillbilly to be allowed to do.
I'll go Grateful Gamer. Like if you like you're passionate about the hip hop culture lifestyle. Like so I'll admit that I don't know much about the hip hop culture to even comment on it, but all I know from like looking from the outside is just the type of music. They just have different vibes to me. Like they talk different, they present themselves different. And I do know a little bit of history about like giving voice to the voiceless, like you said. But that's it.
Yeah, typically people don't care if you use cultural clothes, so long as you aren't actively disrespect. Well, with me, it was a little bit different since I had to go to functions like weddings and stuff like that, where I had to wear traditional clothing. Ew, Lifu, ew. Uh,
What is that, sister? Ew.
I'm just showing examples.
Mm.
Oh, and by the way, Grateful Gamer, it's amazing that you're passionate about your heritage. I wish more people were.
Yeah. Like
Just had to go through I had to go for Alabama. LOL, I'm from Ohio, and that got me. Look, that's the best example I could, from stealing from America.
I guess in a way, from what I can try to correlate hip hop culture, it's like the same as country culture, like country music culture. Like I know country music, but there's also like a culture behind that, and it includes Alabama. Woo! No,
That's what they mean by Sweet Home Alabama. Yo.
Yup.
Also,
No.
I think Smash is getting a sore back from standing there. Yes.
The game
Let's finish this
industry,
off.
this time says, oh, this is a trusted translator with a long history of working in the game industry. This is a respectful character. Nobody's going to say anything about it until it comes out that in the background we find out, nope, he's not trustworthy. He worked at Sweet Baby Inc. He has all these other articles that he's written that are very questionable.
Of course.
And it's not somebody that I would use as a professional source. But by using him as a professional source, it exposes just how weak their argument is right now. They have nothing to stand on, and they're literally, like I said, throwing everything at the wall and hoping something sticks so people just stop questioning the game and go out and buy it. At this point, Ubisoft is so up a creek without a paddle with Assassin's Creed Shadows that I don't think anything can save them. And honestly, I am here for it. I want to see this whole thing burn because
same. I'm here for it.
By using Yasuke as the main protagonist of the game and trying to pretend that it's totally fine and making up every story they can, and when they get called out on it, they start pulling things out of their ass, being like, oh, no, it's not what you think. Oh, it's actually just historical fiction. Oh, no, actually it's just fiction. You guys can't question it because it's just a video game now. Like, here's the thing. There was no reason to choose the person you did except for pushing a DEI agenda. And you can't even admit that. And honestly, at the end of the day, I think gamers might actually be a little bit more receptive to it if you're just honest and say, yeah, that's why we did it. But you're not going to do that because obviously that's going to make your whole house of cards.
That's what a lot of people have been saying, including us. If only these companies were honest about it, there would be so much more leniency towards them.
Come crumbling down. So anyways, I'm going to leave it there. If you guys want more information, check out smashjt.com for the full article. It goes into a lot more depth than what I get into right now because holy crap, like I started this off with, it is a rabbit hole with Sweet Baby Inc. that just never ends. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you appreciate what I'm doing, hit that join button. And as always, you stay smashing.
And I didn't put my LinkedIn to private. I totally forgot. And so people found out that I've done consultant work under Sweet Baby Inc.
You know what's kind of bothering me about this? A bartender VTuber has been existing for years now, and this whole thing is a complete ripoff. This is really bothering me. The entire gimmick stolen. It's really bothering me, especially since the original person who did the bartending thing is so nice to everyone. I just wanted to point that out.
And I've written for Polygon and IGN, and those are apparently like the three big alt-right flags. Well, I can say that I didn't do any consultation work on Assassin's Creed Shadows. The stuff I did with Sweet Baby, I probably will never be able to talk about.
Good video though.
Why couldn't you just end it off with the NDA?
I don't know. Moving on. We might actually be able to watch this video. Excuse me.
That's nasty.
Thank you for the Twitch follow. Criminal Imagination. Oh my god, I can read!
Woo.
I don't remember his name. I am horrible with names. You guys know this by now.
Was his name Taka? We have no idea.
I thought we had an agreement that like I will say, you know, the backstory and you guys will, you know, complete my sentence by adding the name. I thought it's an agreement here. What are you guys doing?
Wait, Crimson got shadow banned on YouTube?
Wait, what?
Who are you on YouTube?
Wait, what? No way.
Wait, you got shadow banned on YouTube with the same? We didn't even see your name. We didn't even see your comments. No way.
That is crazy, actually.
I think it's because I called YouTube by. Okay. I'm not gonna say that.
That is crazy, though. But Lifu, remember, name packs. The fuck up, Muka.
Muka is just gonna keep saying that, even from a year from now. Probably got bot sniped. Oof.
That is sad. Listening to family and Lifu plus Zen simultaneously is funny. Okay, let's check out this video real quick.
Okay.
The most disturbing website by Roti is here.
So if I asked what is the worst website imaginable, probably with that smooth brain of yours, you may say something like
Worst website? Kick?
Reddit?
Twitter? Twitch?
YouTube?
4chan? Smooth brain? See? 4chan? Those are my guesses.
He's 200 years old.
Are you Lifu?
My bad. Lifu can answer that.
Wait.
Go. Answer it.
No. I'm Zen now. Fortune, you see, Victor, you have the same smooth brain as me. Our brains are so smooth, it's like a baby's bottom. The fuck is a live leak? Actually, I don't want to know. Also, Pink, what the fuck?
Pink is exposing himself.
4chan, the deep crevices of Reddit.
Bro, what?
What?
You gonna give me my money? Where's my money, man? Where's the money?
It's in the art section. _lifu cozy.
Let's check out the art thing. Oh, that is cute. Wait, what? Is her leg spread?
There's no legs.
Oh.
That's the arms.
Oh, I'm a pervert. Okay.
Just expose yourself like that.
I'm a pervert. No, that looks really, really cute, Benji. And I wasn't kidding. Like, I genuinely do want you to teach me how to do pixel art. Because I tried it multiple times. I couldn't figure it out.
We're too smooth brain.
How did you get your pee-pee in a pigeon? I have no idea. How do Florida people keep molesting hedgehogs? Was it a hedgehog or porcupine? Porcupine.
No. Okay. Hey, Masuda. Welcome back.
Welcome back, Masuda. What timing to return? Why do people keep on saying what a timing to join? What a timing to return? Do we say so many weird things?
I'm looking at the clips and it looks like we say a lot of weird shit. we say a lot of weird shit, apparently.
What to a hedgehog, Sonic? Where did he touch you? Aren't hedgehogs and porcupines same? No, they're bigger. Porcupines are bigger. Yes, you do. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh.
Yo, Mike literally just came in today and just chose this.
One of us. One of us. Don't see? Daniel.
No, but... No, Daniel's capping. He knows we say the weirdest shit. That's why he's the weird.
No, no. Daniel said I don't, so the whole chat agrees I don't say weird.
All I'm going to say is I'm glad I have headphones. Oh,
Wait,
Tintin.
really? Oh, okay. Show of hands. How many of you are not listening to our stream with earphones or headphones? How many of you are watching it on speakers? Do you watch Daily Dose of Internet? I used to. I kind of stopped.
Yo, who watches this on speakers? I want the real questions
Me?
answered. Why are you moving that as if you're like a villain?
I'm on speakers. Okay. Where pay? Not work, so me. Okay. Pee pee, pee pee, poo 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 poo, pee pee. Hope your neighbors enjoy that. The wonderful rendition of LifuLifu. Your headphones, I want to savor the yappi.
With your speaker car.
On phone, no earphone.
$26-inch TV on karaoke speakers.
Oh. Truly awe-inspiring. What can I say except you're welcome?
What the fuck is wrong with us?
Oh, I'm
Why
crying.
are we like this?
Yapping, I mean, the actual talking is meh. The yapping is simply sublime. What the fuck?
Wait, if everyone comes in for yapping, what if we were playing games?
Yeah, actually, for you guys who don't watch us play games, we actually say even worse things while playing games.
Yeah, we say the most yikes stuff when we're playing games.
Remember the twerking in Deadlock?
I'm just glad no one watches us when we play games. We'll be clipped to oblivion.
Oh my god, Shizu is slacking off, honestly.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry.
Okay, back to the video. We're like
Yeah.
18 seconds in.
A simple exploration on the dark web, or even your own Facebook page. Yeah, I would hate a website that was constantly showing me a dirty, ugly homunculus as well. Begs another question, why are you still using Facebook in 2024? But no, for one of the worst websites that is available on the clear web, not the dark web. Yes, I already know any website on the dark web requires a holy crusade. But no, today we're focusing on the clear web, with a website you can interact with even today, just by simply typing in the URL and translating to probably English. But before I tell you the name...
I genuinely don't know what website that is. I wonder if it's that website where people... So, basically, has any of you watched the anime Hellgirl? So there's a website in Japan that basically is something like that. Like, people, like, type out their wishing of someone passing.
Oh, watch a video on that.
Yeah.
Right?
I wonder
Yeah.
if that's what it is.
Good night, Benji.
Good night, Benji. Thanks for hanging out with us, and thank you for the support.
Yeah, thank you for the support.
I still have to finish Hellgirl. Hellgirl at the end, honestly, it went to shit. It wasn't Hellgirl anymore.
You just like spoiled it. you just spoiled it for
I mean, it's the same as what happened with Tokyo Ghoul. Like, the more seasons it got, the worse it got, and they're planning to reboot it.
Damn, it's that bad. They had to reboot it. That's wild.
Are you familiar with Death Note? No, I'm not the mentally ill person in your class that has grew an attraction to you and is now offering you some smooth stones, seemingly out of nowhere. This topic does in fact relate to the website, but Death Note was an anime and manga with a live action, which we will not talk about.
Yeah, so I think he is talking about that website, but what a tourist using Death Note as an example instead of Hellgirl? Royalty, you're a tourist.
Well, it belongs in the very many crevices of hell. But Death Note, if you don't know what it is quite simple. It revolves around an item called the Death Note, which is seemingly just a notebook, but is very far from that. Writing anyone's full name in that Death Note will promptly kill them. And in addition to that, you can add how they die and when they die, but if you neglect this information, they'll just die from a heart attack. Death Note was very popular around the 2010s, especially in Japan and when anime grew in more Western countries. Believe me, if you managed to piss off an emo or goth kid of that time to the point where they harbored serious animosity towards you, you can probably quickly find your name written on the first page at least 20 times over, and they'll be crossing their fingers and crinkling.
Oh my god, when I used to do cosplay and I used to go to the conventions, there was this weird chick who I had to set like strict boundaries with her. Not to touch me, not to jump on me as if it's an enemy. Basically, do not even come close to me. Her response to that was, the next convention we went to, she made a death note and wrote my name on every single page. That was her reasonable reaction to it.
Bro,
It was just so freaking creepy.
That's wild, bro.
Cleaning their toes every night, hoping you don't arrive at school tomorrow. But what I'm trying to say is that concept of Death Note was very popular and wildly accepted, to the point where some people resorted to superstition out of hatred for others and would write people's names in notebooks or websites, hoping that something very unfortunate would happen to that person. But what happens when you start doing that and harbour hatred for someone you're meant to love, and somebody you willfully chose to potentially spend the rest of your life with? And I'm talking about marriage, your wife or husband. And this hatred for their significant other and the popularity of Death Note led to the creation of a website where users gathered together to wish the death of their partner in detailed and gruesome ways, and showing their reason for it and their deep hatred for this person they're meant to love, and with some of them apparently coming true. And they show their thankfulness to this website for apparently killing their partner. And this website is called danshine.com, a Japanese website heavily inspired by Death Note, where wives contribute to the website, expressing hatred and distaste towards their
So I did watch a lot of videos on this, and there's still a really big culture in Japan where just divorcing is not an option, especially in like specific families who are still like clinging onto like the old traditions, or in the more like rural areas that they feel like hoping that their partner passes away. They see it as the only way out rather than getting divorced.
significant other, with the conclusion of them wanting them to die. And just reading a few of these posts, you can see throughout the text how desperate they are to have their significant other die. Well, I rarely get up early in the morning, right? That's just your own opinion. Oh dear, I don't like the way you say it. I don't like the idea of even getting your mother-in-law involved. Well, I rarely get up early in the morning. Do you think? that's just your own impression. The shrine cleaning is early this morning. Will you be able to wake up properly? Don't laugh and say that. You worthless parent and child. Get your act together, you scum. Just die. My damn husband wants me and my daughter to live somewhere else so he can spend the rest of his life with that old hag. So there's no point in him living anymore. Whatever I do, I think of that old hag first. Our family is unhappy because this old hag is alive. This old hag is a money pit and is of no use, so I hope she dies soon. My old husband wants me and my daughter to live somewhere else so he can spend the rest of his life with her. So there's no point in him living. Please die soon together with your beloved old hag.
What does it say when, like, genuinely, if you go onto social media, and this is pretty much all you see these days, like people wishing someone would pass in broad daylight, not even just on these websites.
Bad. That's really bad.
Like, you go on Twitter, for example, on Twitter, and I guarantee you just keep scrolling down and you'll see at least one person wishing harm onto someone else.
Yeah, this is a really bad time. This is definitely an L.
Oh, me and Shizu have the same brain wavelength.
Mm-hmm.
Just die. Even though I pay more than I earn every month, I can't resist eating and drinking. I don't take my medicine when I go to the doctor for my illness. Please stop going to the hospital because it's a waste of time. I can't feel satisfied unless I do it when I want to. So I throw a tantrum. The pain of having to keep going until I get it, even though I'm not even hard, it's a relief. To be able to vent here, but it won't change my situation of having no money. Please die and get my insurance money. I and the children will be happy if you're gone. You only live for your own pleasure and vanity. I hope you'll stop breathing tomorrow morning. Now, with it being a Japanese website with the majority of the posts being predominantly in Japanese, and throughout the translation errors and sentences that seemingly make no sense or switch to third person and back to first person, you still get the message that exuberates from these posts. They wholeheartedly want their partner to die so they can be set free. And these are some of the more tame posts. Some of the more heavy ones we'll get into later. But you may be looking at some of these posts and just wondering, why don't they just leave? Why are they wishing death upon someone they can just leave and probably never see them again for the rest of their lives? Well, the reason they don't leave or divorce their partner is because it's Japan. I know some of you weebs out there that watch a lot of anime have that bright sparkle in your eye every time Japan is mentioned. And Japan just being in a sentence is an activation word that releases an unprecedented amount of euphoria, like these weebs were getting a prostate massage. And many of them look at Japan with rose-tinted glasses. Because of the presence of things like anime has skewed their opinion, showing Japan as this great place like it is in the animes. And they probably have plans to move there eventually. And yes, whilst Japan is a great place and very culturally rich, it is one of the leaders in suicides each year, with on average 20,000 people ending themselves each year, due to things like the work-life balance in Japan being so abhorrent, where things like time off and not doing overtime is looked down upon, and people can quite easily find themselves working 6 days.
There was literally a scandal about it not so long ago of a young girl who was actually really skilled. She was working for one of the top marketing companies in Japan. So and the work culture there was literally, she was being harassed and bullied to a point where she ended her life.
It's horrible.
And right before that, I think like a year before that happened to her, they did the same thing to another young guy there. They even forced him to drink out of his own shoe.
Bro.
It was really bad.
Days a week often 10 hours a shift, with social pressure installed at birth to study hard, work hard, and keep working. Also, on top of the fact, for a long time, Japan stick to its old ways, like with divorce, where until modern times, there was a stigma around divorce where it was looked down upon. And even though Japan's divorce rate is rising, some people still stick to that stigma or don't go through a divorce due to the fact it gets harder if both parties do not consent to the divorce or if there are children involved. Because only until recently, shared custody wasn't a thing. Only one parent could take primary custody.
And as far as I remember, there's also a deep-rooted culture in Asian countries where the parents just they separate after their kid leaves the house.
Mm-hmm.
So it just, they literally stay together while the kid is still at the house. And the second the kid leaves, they just split.
And due to that reason, that's why you see on this webpage most women saying they want to pursue divorce after the child has grown up. And the other things I mentioned about Japan, no, I wasn't just using that to deter you from Japan, you little weebs. But please do wash the dirty gym sock. That is your foreskin, because it's overflowing with smegma.
Ew.
But due to the fact it's socially required to work long hours, these women may be reaching their breaking point because of those long hours, or the fact their counterpart isn't pulling their weight, with some of these posts being created over trivial matters, and just general disgust for their counterpart, just generally using the website to vent, many speaking about how they want them to stop taking care of their elderly relatives, which is a popular tradition in Japan, and they want this to stop because they're sinking a lot of time and money into them, or the elderly relative just doesn't like them and there may be forms of abuse there. But then you have other posts on the website which are essentially cries for help, as they are essentially getting emotionally or physically abused in the relationship. You smoke, buy alcohol with my money, and
You know what this reminds me of? The culture in Korea. Korean culture of being married. In Korea, they're still fighting that whole culture. Basically, when a girl marries into a family, she's supposed to call the husband's mother and father as mother and father. And for the husband, he has to call his wife's parents as in-laws, specifically. And there's a big culture of like the husband's mom being so overbearing and abusive towards the wife. Like the divorce rate in Korea is bad because of that. Like the parents are inserting themselves, well, specifically usually the mom inserting herself into that relationship, and the son picking the mother over the wife, and the wives end up leaving them. It's really bad.
Muka says, take care of elderly is just an Asian culture in general. I don't think it's just an Asian culture. I feel like it's just ancient cultures.
It's every culture, in my opinion, from what I've seen.
Yeah, it's pretty much every culture. Every culture does that. Every country does that.
Most cultures, they do have the tradition that when a girl is married into the family, she's supposed to be celebrated. I feel like, I don't know, people are just wilding.
abuse convenience stores, but I'm worried about what I can eat. Why does he only give me 50,000 yen a month, even though I earn a decent amount? I pay for everything from food and communication to transport, medical expenses, daily necessities, insurance, taxes, and the cost of the kids. What? Do you really think it's enough? He's just surviving using a lot of my savings from when I was single. I'm always worried about money. I'll provide for you. I'll make you happy, I told you. You smoke, make me buy alcohol with my living expenses and abuse convenience stores. But I'm still worried about how much I can eat. Die now. God of death, please help me. My son is having tics due to stress and it seems like he's deliberately imitating them. My son hates shit so much that if I take my eyes off him for a second, we start fighting. My son has tics due to stress and it seems like he's deliberately imitating them now. I feel bad for my son, but I can't divorce now. I tried to go out with my son on weekends so that we don't end up alone, but it started again today when I was walking the dog. My son left the house and was crying outside. It seems like the person across the street called out to him asking if he was okay. I feel so pathetic. I want to get out of this situation, but I can't go back to my parents' house, and I have nowhere to turn to. Divorce isn't easy. I want to be stronger. Even on this holiday, he is bedridden, drinking, smoking, and eating salty food, but he still hasn't come to be with us. Please, God of death, please, see him in the afterlife before the end of the year. Violence, breaking things, smashing up walls, breaking wedding photos, financial violence, emotional violence. Scum, self-bankruptcy, guy who lends money, guy who doesn't pay back. Violence, destroys things, smashes up walls, breaks wedding photos, financial violence, emotional violence, severe mental illness, depression, drug addiction.
This is a very heavy video.
Yeah, it's a very heavy video, but at the same time, sadly, this is the reality. And the reality is, it's not just only in Japan. Even in US itself, people underestimate how hard it is for people to leave their abuser.
It's very hard.
In India, the bride's family presents the dowry. It's expensive having a daughter there. It's in a lot of countries, even in Asian cultures, you have sorts of dowries. But most countries have already abolished it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not really practiced that wildly anymore. These days you have more like of a token thing rather than an actual dowry. And I'm not saying it's completely gone.
It's still around, but it's definitely going towards a more progressive future.
It just reminds me how like my family handled having only daughters. Instead of paying their dowries, they spent all the family's money to educate all the daughters.
Yep. And you understand? Oh,
okay. No hope of recovery. Grab hold of you, heyo. Now, as said, a lot of this is venting, and they generally just show distaste towards their counterpart and beg the god of death to take them away. But something more interesting about the website is the categories. There are a number of categories on the Danshin website, a lot of them malicious in title. You have My Husband Dies, I Want to Kill My Husband, and Death Note has been reported to be effective. The latter I want to focus on more, because it seems that people posting to that part of the website genuinely believe this website has done something for them, and the Death Note is real. And just reading some of these posts, it's overall just disturbing. Colon cancer after living a life of eating and drinking what I like. My husband's health check revealed that he may have colon cancer. Moreover, it appears to be malignant. This is the punishment for living his life the way he wanted until now. Colon cancer. After only eating and drinking what
That's
he
horrifying.
wanted, he also suffers from gout and diabetes, a parade of what he himself has caused. There is no room for sympathy. I was holding back the laughter as I listened to this, lol. Treatment costs money, so I wish he would just die. But he puts himself first, so he's probably trying desperately to live. Stop struggling and just go. She talks sadly to the people around her, but it is just an act. It has some effect. My shitty husband's beloved dog died. He has been yelling abuse at me up until now, so he got his revenge. He cried a lot, but by the evening he was fine. He talks about how sad he is to people around him. But is he just acting? This is not enough. I wish he would just die soon. Shitty husband.
I just feel bad for the
I hope
dog.
it's your shitty husband who dies next. Now the last one is a bit ambiguous. It describes something happening to her husband, but she doesn't go into the specifics. Instead, she thanks the website and asks for more support. It was quite a shock for my husband. Something very shocking happened to my husband. I've been waiting for you every day. Thank you very much. I'd like to come back to express my gratitude again, so please continue to support me. Now this one begs the question, is she thanking the website, the god of death, or the people on the forum? And is she thanking them because something happened to him? Is he dead? Or like the others, has he been stricken with a life-threatening illness? But one thing that is known is that this website is quite chilling. Not only because of the fact it actually exists, but also because people are contributing to it every day, with a new post every hour, with genuine hate for their...
Yeah, things are pretty bad there.
And most of it is in Japanese, so I'm sure there's like English comments, all other comments from around the world.
From what I've seen, it's just Japanese.
Okay.
Loved ones. And it begs another question. If these people are genuinely struggling being married to these people, and are desperate to the point where they are making posts wishing for them to die, at what point when their needs are unmet are they going to take it into their own hands? But it is just genuinely disturbing this website exists, and that there are some stories where the husband has died and they're showing genuine gratitude and giving credit to this website. This website is just something I found and wanted to talk about today. Weebs, do not use this website to find a young helpless woman you can save to give you a green card. Because I think very early on in the relationship, they'll learn they can't stand you, and you'd have your own post on that website. But yeah, bye-bye.
I don't think it's as simple as he at the end said.
Because yeah, it's not simple.
What
the hell?
Wishing harm upon a person is very disturbing, obviously. But seeing all these cases of so many people going through daily abuse, where there's also children involved, that is frightening.
It is frightening.
One of my relatives just picked up somebody, then got married without consent. The province are wild. Holy hell. Armenia used to have a custom of kidnapping. Basically, you kidnap the girl, you bring the girl over to your house and leave the girl in the house with your mom, your aunts, cousins. And you're not allowed to enter the house while the girl is in the house. And they keep her there for like a week. And they're supposed to like lavish her with like pampering and gifts and basically convince her to join your family.
Your old ways are wild.
The cynical side of me wonders how many of these are true.
Can we switch? Bro, can we like go somewhere else in the video? Not this one.
Why? Alright, as a palate cleanser before we end the stream, what I will play is the food thing.
These are some food
as a palate cleanser. I feel like we all need that for sleeping.
Yeah. Even Mike questioned it. He's like, brother, what is this?
Okay, let's watch the video.
foods that were accidentally discovered. So sandwiches were invented after the 4th Earl of Sandwich was gambling and wanted to pick up meat but didn't have a fork on him, so he used 2 pieces of bread to grab it, leading to that major breakthrough. Chocolate chip cookies were invented after Ruth Wakefield added a broken chocolate bar into her cookie batter under the assumption that it would fully melt, but thankfully she was wrong about her hypothesis, leading to the greatest cookie invention. Nashville hot chicken was initially served as a punishment to a known womanizer, but he ended up loving it and was asking for more, catching on then with the locals. Chimichangas were invented after a woman's niece bumped into her while she was holding a burrito and then sent into a pot of hot oil. She exclaimed chimichanga, and the rest is history. Yogurt and cheese were discovered after accidentally spoiling goat's milk that they left out over a few days, and popsicles were invented after leaving soda out too long overnight, leading it to freeze. And finally, cornflakes were invented to curb self-pleasure as a bland food, which was made after they cut stale corn into thin flakes.
Yo, wait! My man's insulting cornflakes. I like cornflakes. Those are fighting words now.
Then no kidnap allegations at least. Listen. I kidnapped her and coerced her to marry me. I was like, babe, come on, you know, we should get married. And like, I got you, boo boo. You know, sweet words, sweet talk, freaky talk.
That ended up tasting pretty decently. Pretty cool, right? These are some food.
No, but these are fighting things. I'm getting my guillotine.
My bad, I didn't know we were in France.
Can we talk about how we discovered eating eggs? Someone saw chicken poop and an egg and said, "I'm gonna eat that."
Honestly?
Oh no.
Oh gosh. Zen's echo is menacing? Yes, sir.
I won't sleep for a few more hours. Same. Don't have to edit. Boo boo, what happened after that? Go see your damn picnic basket. Wait, what?
I said boo boo.
Oh, yeah. Oh, once he accidentally called me Goo Goo.
Yeah, I said goo goo. No, it was baby goo.
Oh, yeah.
I said I meant to say baby boo, but she said
He said baby goo.
yeah, I said
Bro,
baby
what?
goo, and then it just catched on.
Then LifuLifu maxing. Wait, what?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
All right, guys, it's getting very late. I got work tomorrow. Things are getting weird now.
You're weird.
Victor, thank you for rejoining the Foo-Foos. You're awesome, bro. Griffle Gamer, thank you for the support. Benji, thank you for the support as well. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, and we'll just go so Zen can finally cosplay as a Panera waiter. What?
Nothing. I gotta throw that away.
You wanna throw it away?
Yeah. Anyways, good night, everyone. Have a good night, y'all.
Good night, everyone. We'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah.